In a world of remakes and remasters, what was once sacred and cool has now soured and become lame. Gone are the days of Pogs and Cowabunga. Now is the reign of slurp juice and dabs. Kids these days don't even know how bad they've got it. Now it's up to the best generation to rise to the occasion and make a show that dares to go where a lot of other nerdy shows have already gone quite a bit. That's right. They're going to talk about it a lot.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. This is Best Gen, where nerds complain about nerdy things, and it's called Best Gen because all of us on the panel are mas o menos from the same generation. Not really. I don't even know if that's true. Charles is like a full generation different from us.
Yeah,
Charles is always the odd one out.
I'm definitely not part of this generation.
We have, I identify as a boomer. That's the whole point of the show, anyway. But yeah, Charles is over a decade younger than me. How old?
23.
Yeah.
Wow.
How old are you, Alan?
11 years more than that.
Yeah, and I am now officially 13 years older than that.
Nice.
No, sorry, 13 years older. Yep.
But it's okay. Charles has graduated from little baby boy world. He is now approaching full-grown manhood, as he will be married in a few months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Depending on how fast the expedition process works, right? The extradition. No, that's the wrong one, too.
I figured that was the one you were going for the joke, but... Yeah.
Anyway. Point of the story is we're not all from the same generation, just mas o menos, but we identify as the best gen because it was the best. We're not better than you, but our movies were. So strap on in and prepare to wax nostalgic as we reminisce upon the days of yore, while simultaneously complaining about the utter filth that Hollywood keeps pooping out of its butts on a daily basis. And yes, Hollywood has more than one butts. The same stuff comes out of each one, but for some reason, there's a Disney butt, there's a Warner Brothers butt that's been crapping the bed for a long time.
Well, it's going to be combining with the Netflix butt.
There was a Netflix. There will be slightly fewer butts in the future because what's the opposite of mitosis?
Symbiosis.
Migrosis. Two butts will soon be smushed together into one big butt.
Two studios, one butt.
Will the quality of the excretion change? Nope. Same story. Same old song and dance.
Although,
as Mr. Aerosmith would put it.
Although your favorite movie this year came from the WB butt, so
Which one? What was my favorite?
Weapons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing. No, like seriously, I idolize WB. They're just so dumb. They're so dumb that they have to. They are selling themselves on the street. They literally have. I don't even think it's close. I don't think there's a close second of like who has the best IPs. It's Warner Brothers by a mile.
Arguing specifically on the concept of which IPs I like the best, I still put Disney first in terms of what they have, Now, what they're creating,
okay,
that's something else. But like,
sure, that's a personal preference thing. But also, like like Disney has like Disney princesses, and they have Star Wars because they bought it,
And they have Marvel.
Right.
But and so if you take out Star Wars and Marvel, which were acquired, like Disney is just the family brand, right?
Yeah. Well, and Disney by itself,
Fox now too. Jeez, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Disney by itself puts them pretty high tier for me. But they bought Pixar, they bought
your favorite
Star
things,
Wars,
right?
they bought Marvel. So a lot of those other things, and now they bought Fox. So like they've got a lot of those other things. But those are all.
And arguably, and now some people weirdos might argue Disney is better. Okay, but Warner Brothers has at least a comparable selection. I would argue much better that they created all by themselves.
Yes, no, I mean DC is one of those ones where technically they would have bought it as well. You know, that's the comparable with
honestly,
Marvel.
when I don't even think of DC, right? Like that's
Really?
that's not even their selling point. It should be, but it's not. They have
Harry Potter.
Which again,
I had to look up because I'm not familiar with their IPs. But yeah, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings.
We went over it a while ago.
Well, and HBO Max, HBO being one again that they bought or they acquired.
I don't think Osmosis is. Osmosis means to travel through, not to join.
Yeah.
But we got some wonderful people in the chat. We got Mark Clark, who's Osmosis, and I gotta point out, you really dropped the ball on this one. You should have said, what are the New Vegas odds on David being late tonight? Because it's Fallout. They're going to New Vegas, baby.
Crap, I forgot.
Dropped the ball. Mark sucks at jokes.
I completely forgot Fallout was coming out.
Yeah, David was shockingly on time, literally down to the last minute.
It was only a minute or so late.
Bearded was also like 1 minute late, but then we had to fix problems for 10 minutes. So
I'm back in my old setup, which, if you remember, I always had microphone issues with this one. So
that's you.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I was late. I was playing a game and I completely forgot about this. So
yes. You were like texting me like 30 minutes ago too.
It's Charles's fault.
Here we go. We got Fadeon in the chat. Don't worry, bud. None of us watched Avatar.
I would have, except when I was traveling this weekend back to.
Salty watched it.
Salty watched
he's
it.
Dropping some opinions in the chat. Yeah.
Okay. Well, come back next week for our real discussion on Avatar. Planning on watching it Tuesday.
I still haven't even seen Fire and Blood or Water and Blood and Ash.
You haven't.
Whatever.
Way of Water.
Look.
I never saw the water one.
Regardless of how you like the franchise, Way of Water is better than the first one.
You think?
Not by much, but I think the second one's better because it's a family movie, right? Like its redeeming quality is that the main character is a good dad. There's not a lot of other redeeming qualities. Sure.
And which one?
Number 2.
Well, I feel like
Blood and Water or whatever.
Also, I watched it in theater with my dad, so it was a fun bonding moment. But the planet's not great. The best part about the second movie is the whaling scene, and you're rooting for the humans in that. Like, it's really cool. It's really fun.
It's cool. I'm not
That's the best
rooting
part
as actively against them as they probably want me to be, but I'm not sure.
I've heard. I don't know if this is for this, but I've heard like that's the problem with number 3 is the bad guys are like actually really compelling characters, and the good guys all just suck, and so you're like, I don't really care if they lose,
I was going to say that because from what I remember from the second movie is the main character is kind of empty. And I think he's empty in the first one too, but at least you kind of you focused on him and you get to know him a little bit better.
He absolutely has more of a more character in the second movie, but yeah.
I thought he had more character in the first one, is what I'm saying. I don't remember. Maybe it's been a while since I watched it.
His character in the first movie is I'm horny and I want to bang aliens.
I just want to join my head.
I'm literally a race trader. Because blue aliens are hot.
Only because they're like 90% naked.
Yeah. So that's the extent of our Avatar discussion because we don't know. Sorry, I put it on the thumbnail, assuming Bearded would have watched it.
I would have, but like I said, I was traveling this weekend, and I didn't even get to Wake Up Dead Man, which I really meant to do today. But
I thought you said you did get to it. I was looking forward to the discussion.
He said he was going to.
I did not. I did not get to it.
I skimmed the text. I was really busy.
Yeah. I was expecting to, but we got a little bit busy today and didn't get around to it. We did just barely finish Pluribus, though. So I've got Pluribus.
Nice.
I also watched The Martian for the first time. And Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a classic 80s movie, so, you know.
I think I saw it on TV edited one time.
Yeah.
I honestly, maybe it was a different movie. I can't remember.
Yeah, I feel like there was one other thing. I started Frankenstein, but I haven't finished it.
Isn't there like a significant portion of that movie that was just a dream?
Not a huge portion of it. I mean, the scene everybody talks about was
the big hot scene doesn't happen in real life. It's it's a fantasy.
There's at least 3 other naked scenes,
and I didn't even get to see that scene because it was on TV.
Which movie is that?
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh.
Gotcha. There's for my Christian boys. There's some nudity in it. It's a what's the term for it? Not a screwball comedy. It's a horny comedy. That's not. There's a term for it.
Yeah.
It's
raunchy.
It's a raunchy comedy. Yeah. It's a horny comedy.
It's a horny comedy. I mean, that's not that far.
Yeah.
I missed what movie it was again. What movie?
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
We're giving way too much attention to this because it's just a classic.
I know
80s
that's the thing.
comedy.
Like I just have a really good memory when it comes to these things. So like I know a lot about movies that I haven't even seen. Like I could tell you the cast. Like it's actually a crazy impressive cast. Like this was like one of their first movies before they were in anything else. Like it's got what's his face? Like the stoner guy in that movie is freaking.
Oh yeah, I didn't recognize him from a whole lot else, but yeah,
he's huge. It's Penn. Sean Penn. Yeah, it's like, and he's like not even like a big role in the movie.
Yeah, it is very much like a ensemble kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like a slice of life of a bunch of different people, but he's the one that gets a lot of the attention because he's on the poster or the cover or whatever.
Yeah, he's on the front cover, and it's not his movie.
And it's arguably less about him than most of the rest of them, but it's about a lot of these different characters.
Nicolas Cage is in it too.
He's just a bit part in the background, but that was his first movie actually. Like I don't even think he has any speaking lines, or if he does, it's like literally in the intro to a scene, you see him and another guy say something to each other as you then go over to the actual main characters. Yeah.
Forrest Whitaker is also
Judge Reinhold. Yeah, Forrest Whitaker's in there.
Yeah, like very.
Yeah, Reinhold's another big one.
Anyway, haven't seen it.
Phoebe Cates. Phoebe Cates is the one that does the sexy scene that everybody talks about. And then Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Yeah. So.
Is the
congratulations on watching that movie and derailing the intros. Joshua Templeton is also here. Hi guys. That's you again. And Salty Species Trader. Yeah. Well, but it's also called the human race. So, which is it? It is species, right? Human race is probably a misnomer.
Yeah.
But I like my women alien green skinned. No. It's all about the blue. It's all about the blue boys, but the blue ladies, but not from Avatar, from Mass Effect. But then you play. But then you play the second game, and I mean, Ivan Stravatsky. You forget all about blue aliens. So. Now I want
Jared,
to watch Chuck again.
Was the Frankenstein movie the one with Oscar Isaac in it?
Yeah.
Did you watch that too?
I've started it. I haven't finished it.
Yeah, my wife and I watched that 2 weeks ago. It's okay.
Yeah.
It starts out really good, and I thought it was going to be a very faithful adaptation, but it very quickly turns into his own thing. I really like some of the things that they do, but they kind of.
That's what I've heard from everyone. It looks phenomenal. It's still an incredibly well-made movie, and it really gets Victor Frankenstein wrong.
But I was going to say, I would also argue that, at least so far that I've seen, it is the most accurate to the book. It's been, I read the book one time, probably 10 years ago, so it's been a little while, but it does seem to be it is at least more based on the actual lore of the book so far, as opposed to, like, look, a monster, it's going to kill us all.
I don't know how far you've read, you've watched into it, but it seems like it was only the first 30, maybe 45 minutes that were kind of book accurate. And like, I really like the stuff that they did with the monster.
So anyway, Gadfly is in the chat. Howdy. Hold on, we'll get to Avatar, the third most Avatar film that ever been avatared. Yes. Alan had a slip there and said he likes blue boys. Yes, I did.
Blue Men Group?
I don't know. I think, Alan, I think you're crazy. I don't think the Mass Effect Blue Alien has anything on the...
She was great in the first game. On who?
Maybe she's got really good personality, but
on
I
who?
don't... I guess I'm not really...
Are you playing like Mass Effect Andromeda? Because the blue ones are gross in that one, okay? The blue ladies are gross.
You're saying compared to the blue ladies from Avatar or whatever. I mean, I'm not really particularly fond for either one.
No, I was just saying, like, that was like...
Mass Effect.
I played that before Avatar, so I got my blue alien fetish from Mass Effect, not from Avatar. The aliens are hot. Okay, the aliens are hot in Avatar too. Okay, I don't know if I'd go full race trader for them, but they're attractive.
Fair enough.
What's the point on the hot crazy scale at which you would be okay with betraying your entire species?
By the way, the other one that I have watched since I last was on that you would love to talk about is Baby Driver.
Ooh, get ready for it and suck it. It's a good movie. I already know the comments. I already know they're coming.
I liked it. I thought it was great. It wasn't. I don't love it as much as you do, by no means, but I still thought it was really good. I really liked it, and it's the sort of thing where there's other movies that I feel like have hit the like syncopated or synchronized with songs in a way that works for me better. But I think like knowing the way that it fits what's being said in the song even better is something that this does really, really well. And I thought it was really good. Man. Kevin Spacey's turn at the end is a little sudden. Like his like, all right, I'm not just going to let you go. I'm going to like give everything to help you out was kind of like a, well, okay, sure.
No,
but
it's because he saw the pretty lady, and
he saw the love.
He was reminded of his young love.
I was going to say we didn't really get much of a.
He was reminded of the little blue boys that he used to love. Full circle, baby. Mark Clark celebrates 38 months. That's 3 years and two. That's over 3 years. 3 years of being a channel member. If you want to become a channel member like Mark Clark, it's only 99 cents. It's not even a full $1. I made it as cheap as possible. You get access to memes. I mean, you get access to emojis. I know it's not a selling point, but you also get early access to videos and exclusive access to videos that probably won't be coming out for another year. So, if you give me
to Pring from Strange New Worlds. Let's sell you all out. I'm 90% assuming that that's a Vulcan from Strange New Worlds.
I only watched the one episode of Strange New Worlds, the musical one, so I couldn't tell you who T'Pring was.
I have now seen an episode of Strange New Worlds as well, like season 3, episode 1.
Did you not watch the musical one with us?
Mm-mm. I was probably either too busy working at the post office where I wasn't able to make it ever.
I think that was during your little hiatus.
Yeah, T'Pring looks relatively human. She just looks like.
I was gonna say it's Vulcans and yeah, that's why I'm like, honestly, woman-shaped things are hot. You know.
Oh yeah. True story. Slightly woman-shaped, it's hot.
So T'Pring was in the original series, but she's hotter in the Strange New Worlds?
Oh, probably. I don't know.
Strange New Worlds.
I mean, yeah,
because I'm getting
all the ones from the original series.
Yeah, she was in both. So let's see.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing for her for Strange New Worlds.
I mean,
she has a very pretty face. Absolutely,
she's no Sydney Sweeney. Let's put it that way. I don't think. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with her.
Yeah,
That's not. I wouldn't go race traitor for that.
Well, also,
no. I mean, that's like
she's fetching.
She's got a really good personality. Might be coming in there too.
Okay,
she's fetching.
Okay, that's nice.
Now that's what I'm.
Which one?
This is from the original series,
the old school looking one. Just
no, I meant like which?
That's pretty nice.
Is it T'Pring or Spock that you're saying is nice?
Yeah.
Both. I mean, you wouldn't go race trader for Leonard Nimoy?
Come on.
Is that what you're saying?
The voice of the first Lord of the Rings adaptation. Didn't he do something with Lord of the Rings?
I didn't know that.
Maybe.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Anyway, this stream has already gotten way too gay, and we haven't.
Oh, he did a song about it's the Ballad of Bilbo Baggins. That's what it was.
This stream has already gone way too gay, and we haven't even gotten to Pluribus yet. So
you're the one that started with Blue Boys.
Yes,
I know. I apologize. I'm sorry. She's very pretty. The actress Gia Sandhu. I think I prefer her human form, not her Vulcan form, I think. Anyway. Oops. What's the point? What are we talking about? We got a show for you. We got some movies that we already started talking about. None of us watched Avatar, so no worry about spoilers. We got Pluribus episode. I don't remember. I think there's 2 left.
I think so, yeah. So this must be 7.
No, there's 1 episode left. This is the penultimate episode.
Really?
This was.
Well, there's only one listed on Apple TV, but they only list the next one.
No, but there's only 9 episodes.
It's labeled the season final, though.
9?
Yeah, finale. There's only
weird.
1 episode.
You just watched episode 8 then?
See, it's the pointy ears that works for Mark Clark. Okay, it's to each his own bad opinion. That's okay. Point of the story, yeah. 1 more episode of Pluribus. This was the penultimate episode, and no one. Have you watched Mighty Nine, Bearded? You were the only one who. No. Jared was the one who might have watched it. He hasn't been on in 2 weeks.
I watched the first episode, and I have not gone back.
I'm gonna see if I can catch up on Fallout when I get a chance. I haven't had a chance to get onto that one yet.
I watched an episode of Fallout.
I will have watched Avatar by next week. We've got Fallout episode 1 to not talk about, I guess, because I'm the only one who saw it.
No, I watched it.
Sorry.
Charles watched it. We'll save that for the end then, and everyone will peace out.
Yeah.
And you'll also have to let me know when you want to talk about Wake Up Dead Man, because we
can talk about that too. And then
I can see that next week as well.
Yeah, we got some news. It shouldn't be a super long show tonight. There's not a whole lot to cover, but
you say, and then it lasts 4 hours.
Yeah, that's true. It always happens. Next week we get Stranger Things Part 2 dropping, and then just the finale of Pluribus and Fallout. And we won't get to. I know we could technically start watching the Pendragon cycle next week, right?
Oh, so that's what I've been. Yeah,
but
I have early access to it. I kind of want to finish book 2 before I.
Yeah. We're gonna put off talking about it at least until
71% into book 2.
So I think the best time to talk about it is 1 week early, or maybe 2 weeks early, since we have the early access, because the first week of January we're probably discussing the Stranger Things finale. That's going to be a lot to talk about. People are going to die.
Probably.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to see if I can catch up with the book. But what I've been doing, because you had mentioned several different things that you were going to read in preparation for it, I ended up starting with The Sword and the Stone and the Once and Future King.
Nice.
So I was going to do that, and then I realized I didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
And then I started reading Dane Bornhold's book, and I needed
well, and
go back.
The reason I started on that was that I was able to get an audiobook of all 5 of the books that are in that series, and it was only 33 hours.
They're short.
I should be able to get through that one pretty quickly. I'm still only about halfway through that entire series. Yeah. So I'm going to try to see if I can finish that and then get on to at least the first book of the actual Pendragon cycle, but we'll see where I get to.
Yeah.
So I think we'll go like full into Pendragon on January 10th. So that would be like 2 weeks early, but we'll make sure we give a spoiler warning before.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's when does that come out to the public?
2 weeks later. It's
sometime
the 22nd of January is the full release. But I mean, you still have to sign up for a thing. So
that was the other thing I was going to ask about was if there's any potential for shared access or something.
Yeah, David.
Yes, I have early access membership to that. I was going to just renew my regular access, but they were doing a deal where the advanced access was $10 cheaper for another year. So I'm like, all right, whatever.
I hope that sometime in this next week I'll actually get a bunch of movies watched because I'm off of work for the rest of the year. So there's a bunch of movies that came out this weekend. Like, I mean,
there were a few.
Bunch of like random ones like The Housemaid and David and
Yeah, anybody seen the Housemaid yet?
Not yet.
I've been looking at it.
Mark Clark, did you see? Were you waiting in line?
Mark Clark seen the Housemaid?
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm guessing.
I assume you did.
Yeah.
But
I think for the early access, we can keep it very minor spoilers. For the show, but I do want to talk about the
book
series and talk about how it compares and maybe some of the technical aspects about the show.
Hopefully, I think I should be able to finish the first 2 books before. Before that,
I think
I'm almost done with Dane Bornhold's book.
Yeah,
I've got 1.5 sections left.
So I need to finish the second book, and then I want to rewatch the trailers for a third time and see if I can pick out how far in this they're going to go, because I can see.
I can't. Yeah, I think it's going to be.
I think I see them doing a lot of book 1 in flashbacks. I hope
maybe they stretch it out.
I hope the cold open is the beginning of that book.
I
hope the first episode is all the first book.
I hope at least episode 1 is. I would prefer like episode 2 episodes. I prefer the whole season. I would prefer they spent an entire season just on book 1. I'm only halfway through, but it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's really, really well written.
Yeah. It's very different than what I thought it was going to be too.
Yeah.
It's very Christian, which honestly makes sense because King Arthur and the Holy Grail, they go after the cup of Jesus, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've never put that together, but this series is very, very Christian.
A lot of adaptations
it's
like
pretty
to
awesome.
Over the Christianity of it.
Yeah. But
that's one thing I'll say is I do think you guys made the right choice, not necessarily focusing on like Sword of the Stone, for example. Because
I was gonna, I just
but I'm saying again, you made the right choice. I think not to, both because obviously what you're actually reading is the one that this is focused on, but also
I did read the first book in middle school.
I'm not disliking it, but I didn't realize, especially because I saw it as the Once and Future King. It took me a minute to be like, oh, this is legitimately exactly what was adapted by Disney for the Sword and the Stone movie.
Yeah.
It's
a pretty good adaptation.
It calls them, the movie is a really good adaptation of it. They're calling Arthur the Wart, just like that. And Merlin is very much the kind of bumbling, goofy, not really sure what's going on sort of thing. And so that's been very interesting to get a hold of. I just actually am finishing up the Ill-Made Knight that's all about Lancelot. That one's been interesting.
Book 4?
I think that's 3. I think there's 2 of them about Arthur.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Honestly, I'm getting through it because it's not bad, but I also kind of have lost interest, and I'm like, okay, let me just finish this so I can get on to the next one.
Was it the last? Yeah. I know it's either the last one or the last 2 that were released posthumously.
Okay, that could be.
Or maybe that was a Pendragon Cycle. I'm getting it mixed up.
Maybe. Yeah.
I did a bunch of research a month ago, and now it's all getting mixed up.
Yeah, Pendragon Cycle had 5 books in the initial series. And then
he switched publishers.
He wrote one more, and then I think the last one was co-written, or somebody else finished it for him, or whatever. So there's technically 7 books, but 5 in the main series. I only have the first 5.
There is also a prequel to the Pendragon Cycle as well, or there's a spin-off. There's a Pendragon.
It might have been the last one.
Not quite Arthurian, but in the same universe.
Yeah. But anyways,
I'm really looking forward to it. The trailers, it looks pretty faithful, and I would have preferred if there was more of book 1. I think it's just going to be episode 1, and I'm hoping it's at least 2
I'm
episodes.
afraid it's going to be episode 1 is the first book, pretty much,
and then
maybe
some flashbacks,
and then maybe some
around.
flashbacks of some of the.
I think you're right,
things.
And I don't. I
think it's going to end how where his parents meet.
Yeah, I understand it.
Episode.
Like I understand wanting to get to Merlin, but man, book 1 is good.
Book 1 is really good.
It's really good.
It surprised me.
More, I want Atlantis. I want more of that. So
yeah, I wish we could have had more in Atlantis in the first book too. But anyway, yeah, it's a really fascinating series.
Like honestly, I could have done a full season on like the first couple chapters of the first book, just just about Taliesin's adopted parents, right? Like just what's his name?
It's Elfin.
Yeah, Elfin and his
Caris. Sorry.
And his single mother,
Bronwyn.
Bronwyn is the single mom he marries. Who? Wait, no, it's not her child either. No, because he finds
Taliesin in a seal sack in the river.
And
she lost her child.
So
anyway, sorry, we're giving book spoilers. So
she still has Suckle, and he needs. So he's trying to find a wet nurse for a child that he
and ends up marrying her. Spoilers.
But honestly, just his story alone could be a whole season of television.
Taliesin is freaking amazing.
Yeah, it's a good book. So,
I mean, the character, the book is good too, but yeah, Taliesin, the character he's great. Yeah.
Maybe if this gets a lot of success, we can get a prequel season.
And his adopted father is great too. Like there's really, really good. Yeah, I would absolutely go for a prequel season. I would go for a Terminalist Dark Wolf. The Merlin, Merlin's daddy rises, right? Like,
yeah. Anyways, that's what I'm currently expecting. Is the cold open is the introduction to Atlantis and the foreboding prophecy, and then the entire first episode is leading up till Merlin's birth. That's all of book 1, pretty much, with a few little snippets held back for flashbacks, I think. And then
I think this is going to be interesting because I haven't read the books. I was thinking about it, but I don't know. I don't think I have time now. So you guys having read the books,
you have like 4 weeks.
I have a few weeks, but I was thinking it might be good to have a perspective of coming, watching the show first, and then maybe going back to read the books later, and then you guys watching the show, having read the books.
There's always Jared. He doesn't know how to read, so.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. But anyways, it was really good. I also think they don't have to finish all of book 2 in this season either, because it's called The Rise of the Merlin.
Yeah, probably not.
So I think that there's a good point about just after 50% of the book that is a good stopping point, I think, for the Merlin story.
I mean, especially if you're absorbing book 1, like you don't need to finish book 2.
So
one other small note about, as I've been looking at Sword in the Stone and stuff like that, I found, again, one of the reasons I think I'm not as just eating up the books is they kind of have a very removed storytelling. Like they tell a lot of backstory. Like the whole book is about backstory, and then the last 3 chapters is the thing that happened, and it kind of glosses over it pretty quickly. And again, a lot like the movie, if you think about it, it's all about the history of Arthur and him meeting Merlin and going through his stuff. And then you have the event at the end where he pulls the sword in the stone and he becomes king. Like that's what it's all about, but it has all this stuff that builds up to it, Yeah. So it's kind of interesting. And same thing that I found in some of the other ones, they're talking about some of him establishing the round table in the second one, and now
not super narrative driven, but more lore, world building.
Yeah. So kind of interesting and weird. I wouldn't. I don't know if I'd go as far as to recommend it, but I wouldn't if you're interested in it, give it a shot. But I don't know if I'd recommend it.
Yeah. So Pendragon coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms coming very soon too, which is why I think we should discuss Pendragon a
soon as we can.
little bit early, because it comes out the same week as Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and I'm gonna want to talk about that. Well, I mean, they're gonna be short episodes too, so maybe there won't be a lot to talk about because I don't want to spoil anything. But
yeah, that's gonna be the hard thing is how much we want to talk about it early to avoid spoilers. You know, if we're avoiding spoilers, that's gonna make it harder to talk. And then we'll probably still want to talk about it again once it is out, so that we're not.
Okay, so and this is coming from Salty.
Good point.
From Salty C, who reads a lot. So this is I was looking for, because I wanted to read a couple different Arthurian adaptations before Pendragon. I just ran out of time. I hadn't even heard of this one.
Yeah.
Drawing of the Dark by Tim Powers. So I'm definitely going to look that one up and read it eventually. Drawing of the Dark, Tim Powers.
I haven't heard of that one.
Siege of Vienna by the Ottoman Empire.
Never heard of the author either. But
I did want to say one more thing about Arthur, about the Pendragon cycle before.
Yeah.
Because when we went through the trailer and observed it, we commented on the outfit of the soldiers, and we're like, those look like Roman soldiers. That's not, instead of more Greek or whatever. But no, that's legit in the book. Yeah. They're trained by a Roman legion. So
nice, good catch.
So yeah, that's one thing we're like, I don't know if that's quite accurate. It looks more Roman than Greek and English.
It's unconventional, but steeply rooted in actual history as well as British Islands pagan myth.
Well, and what I'm seeing here is it almost seems like Arthur connects into it, but it's not about Arthur. It's kind of like focused on something else, and then Arthur is an aspect.
I will hunt you. Look, we will give full warning when we start. We are going to talk about it a little bit early, but we will also talk about it when it comes out. But we'll give full spoiler warnings when we do.
That's the only thing I would have concerns about talking about it too much with our early access would be the how beneficial that'll be to the audience.
Well, the other thing that sucks is we get 2 episodes early. So if we watch both of them, then it's going to be like 4 weeks before we get something new,
Yeah.
So I don't even want to. I don't think I want to watch episode 2, even if I'm watching it early. But I'm probably gonna because I'm a filthy boy.
I'll watch them both. But like I said, I think our early access will just give initial reactions on how we feel about it and talk about the books.
And obviously this is your show, so you're programming, Alan, but I would say like maybe if we even just the week before it releases, we have our here's our reactions to it, and then the next week we can talk about it. But that's
we'll be real careful before we do spoilers.
Yep.
The Drawing of the Dark. Is this just one book? Looks like it. Doesn't look like a series. This looks good. Absolutely looking this up. I love the artwork, man. I love that pulpy crap.
Yeah, I love the one with him fighting against the ghoul looking thing with the wings. That looks really cool.
Like a gargoyle or something.
Yeah.
Can't get that
one. That's great.
What a great cover.
There's another cover
that's series
just hand drawn art sort of thing on it. That one I don't love as much, but the cover on this one that you have here is really, really good looking.
That's hot, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You read this.
That is a hot man. What?
This is your Lord of the Rings religion, huh? Or I knew several friends who would read Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, this looks really good.
Cool. Yeah.
I mean, out of all the books to read religiously, Lord of the Rings is one I approve. I don't understand the people who read Harry Potter religiously every single year. But Lord of the Rings, I can understand.
It's not like there's any other religious books to read yearly or anything like that.
Yeah,
I enjoy.
Bible, Book of Mormon.
I mean, you could read religious books religiously.
Yeah.
Speaking of my degree of religiosity with books that I'm reading, got this for my birthday the other day.
Yeah, it is very nice. Yes,
not new to anybody on the show or our audience, but very cool.
Yeah, the Black Pages print was pretty.
Black Pages.
Black Pages. Sexy,
Wait, which book is that though?
It's
Isles of the Emberdark.
It's Brandon Sanderson's
try to read it backwards.
project.
Yeah.
It's okay. I think half of the book is really good.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan.
I really liked it. I thought it was back overall more of the stuff that I have loved about from Sanderson.
I just
at least a little bit more.
Way better than Wind and Truth. I'll tell you that. Like
Dragon Starlink was kind of annoying.
Wow.
Yeah, really I didn't mind her. But
See,
I still need to read the
I have American Gods sitting on my shelf, and I've been meaning to read it for a long time, and then the author, became a complete scumbag, which I guess he's always been. But it makes me not want to read American Gods at all, even though I know it's still a good book. It doesn't change the fact that it's a fantastic book. The Witcher, Howard's full Conan run, and Drawing of the Dark. Wow, yeah, okay, that's See, I don't read that fast, so that would be a lot for me to reread on a yearly basis. Did you?
I approve of what he's got going on there.
Okay, let's talk. Have you guys heard about it, David?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, so there's the.
It's the next step coin is what he calls it. It's
called the next step coin. This is one of the things that Brandon Sanderson announced at Dragonsteel. And I think it's definitely coming from a good place.
Yeah.
But it feels a little weird to me, and I'll explain why. So what it is he created a challenge coin to stop suicide. Well, no, he's not going to stop it, but to help
people to
serve as at least some kind of
reminder
or help for that. And
he's encouraging people to take an oath with it to say, I will at least try to stay here, to keep going forward. It's got the "You will be warm again" on it, as well as the focus of it being this idea of what's the most important step that a man can take, the next step. And so you want to take one more step.
It is absolutely coming from a good place.
To that,
there's something about
he's also giving it away for free to anybody who says they want it.
You can ask for it, and you get it. Go to the website. You can get one for free as long as you make an oath to not kill yourself, and you get one for free. And the way it's being supported is you can also buy them if you just want a collectible coin, and that supports the rest. Obviously,
besides the fact that he's probably
just charity as well, so he's probably fronting the difference, right?
Yeah.
I think it's coming from a good place. But it just feels a little weird, and I wouldn't make fun of anyone who gets one, but it would, and maybe this is because I hated Wind and Truth, right? But it would have had a lot more impact for me if Book 5 wasn't about completely rejecting oaths. That's ancillary. The weirder part for me is that he's been very, very vocal in these last few years supporting a very specific ideology that has the highest suicide rate of any group in history ever. More so
after
than
they embrace the ideology.
I'd say probably both sides of embracing the ideology, but
more so than the Jews during the Holocaust and paranoid schizophrenics.
But see, the point, Bearded, is that they claim you need to support it because affirming the ideology will prevent them.
I get he's not thinking about it's coming from a good place, because
his
argument would be if you don't support that kind of stuff, it would lead to that. But if you look at the actual science, it's not true. It's not true. Post-op doesn't change the numbers. Also, a statistic you may not have heard of: if you do nothing, if you don't transition in any way, 95% of people who at one point identified as that, it's not even a sexuality, as that identity, grow out of it. If no action is taken,
95% grow out.
If no action is taken and you grow up, it's not a thing anymore. And that
almost puberty makes some changes in your body that is naturally supposed to happen.
Everyone is uncomfortable at that age.
Yep.
So that's I think it's absolutely coming from a good place, and I understand the argument for supporting that. They're saying if you don't support it, then it will lead to that. But this is the time where, if you think about society as a whole, society has never been more accepting in the history of ever of that kind of thing than it is now. And you cannot say, yes, there are still people who are jerks about it, right? And even if I don't support it, I'm not gonna persecute people in person, right? Like, I love them, right? And that's why I don't want them to participate in this, because of my love for them as a human. Okay. And obviously, if you're talking to someone in person, the way you approach it is different. But the problem is, you cannot say that they, as a society, is being harder on them than society was to the Jews during the Holocaust.
Yep.
And even it's not even close, the percentage of people who make that choice, I'm trying not to say it a bunch of times on a live stream, but
trying to keep it from being demonetized.
You can't tell me that as a society we're not more accepting of that right now. Yes, and yes, there is some degree of getting bullied for making that choice.
And I would even say that to a degree, there's actually something to be said about fluctuations over 5 years or 10 years. Maybe there's more or less acceptance, but 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, 100 years ago, yeah, we're definitely more accepting now than we ever were before as an overall trend.
Sure.
Yep. Yeah.
The science just does not back it up. Yes. And Salty works in healthcare. I refuse to. I agree. Honestly, I think the doctors performing it. There's no way that goes with the Hippocratic Oath. I think that is a crime. Yeah. I think it is absolute crime. Don't. So,
problem is you can't persecute them because it was this weird thing that all of society just accepted for some reason.
Well, so, I don't know if it really was as widely accepted as there are large aspects of the society that decided to try to be really inclusive and whatever, that made it hard to even stand to say, I don't think this is right, made it really difficult to do that. But I don't think society as a whole decided to say everything's great with this, which is
the point of the story is that's why I feel a little bit icky about the coin, even though I know it's coming from a good place. And I don't think there's ever a bad approach to at least trying, even if it's, hey, this is a little tone deaf and it doesn't really work, there's no downside to trying something, Yeah.
And I think that's so I'm imagining, being in his position where, because I would even say that regardless of whether he's supportive of the trans community or not, that he says, hey, because I want you guys to not be trying to kill yourselves, regardless of whether I agree with you or don't. And he seems to be more supportive of them transitioning or doing the things that they want to do versus us. But both of us could agree, it'd be really nice if you don't try to off yourself about it. Either say whether you want to be saying, cool, you be you, versus saying, are you sure this is what's best for you? I suppose you be you, but are you sure this is what's best for you? I don't think it's right.
Salty's not talking about suicidal ideation here. He's talking about the other thing we were discussing that has a very high correlation to that. I would not, he couldn't even, you couldn't even succeed at that. No. I think when it comes to this, I think it also definitely depends on the person and the age, right? If you're talking to a child who's going through this, mocking is not the right solution. You have to fight that with love. If you're talking to an adult who's doing it, go ahead. Yeah, you can say, this is really stupid and it is not going to help your situation, bud.
Even still, mocking, I don't think mocking would really convince them. At that point, there's really nothing you can do to convince them if they're an adult actively doing this.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Well,
Maybe. If it's a child that is going through this, obviously no mocking, and obviously that is abuse on their parents.
That's
parents are abusing
or their
children.
school.
That's another huge part of it that is very nefarious. Like this was the plan.
Well, and I just feel bad. I actually kind of feel bad for, because I think that most of the parents that are supportive of this are also generally trying to come from a good place of like wanting to show their kids love. Most of them,
I would say I would agree. Most.
I would mostly blame.
There are definitely some
parents
that push
the idea
it.
that this is the way you have to do it.
Like if you look at all the kids of celebrities, like, hey, all 3 of my kids are trans. You're like, I think that's you making the choice, not your kids. But like that's not.
That's a fair point. I am more talking to the normal person out there that's just like, hey, I just want my kid to feel loved, and even if that means that I have to accept them transitioning or whatever, I'm just going to do that. But
and even if it is, if that is the case, a lot of times it's one parent. That's not the case for. One parent is pushing it, and the other parent is like, well, I love my kid, so I'm just going to go along.
I brought it up a lot. That is why I got fired from improv, is because I was trying to help the dad.
Yeah.
Who was being ground down by his wife daily to let their daughter transition.
Yeah, it's disgusting. And then and they go around and they turn around and accuse conversion therapy of being the worst evil.
Right?
Yeah.
No, I get it. Yeah. But and if you're trying to, help the individual person, there's you gotta. It's so delicate. It's so.
Yep.
And that's my biggest thing. It's really delicate, and that's so where, in spite of the fact that the actual movement, I don't know much about the specifics of the people that are making the movements or whatever. But when it comes to, I know there was we got kind of hung up on the protect trans youth. That was pushed in a handful of those different things. And I would say I really want to protect these young people that have this gender dysphoria or whatever you're going to call it. I really want to protect them. I
want to protect them from ideologists saying, "Hey, this is the solution to your problem."
Is not actually going to effectively protect them. But I don't know.
I mean, it's not just like guesswork. Like we know this does not help.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be a surprise. Like this isn't the kind of thing that you would like. Even though we have the data. It's really not the thing that you need data for. It's kind of it's common sense. To me, that's not the answer to this problem, guys.
To me, it's good that we have data to be able to lean on, because the other side likes to try to use data to their advantage as well. So knowing that there is at least, counter data that they're not looking at in the same way that maybe we're not.
I'm saying, like, when you're dealing with the individual, especially when they are a child, that is the delicate situation, and you need to bring them back into the light with love.
Yeah, right. And I completely agree with you. Although I can kind of see where Salty C is coming from, because
I'm on your side. So I'm guns blazing against the people doing it to the
healthcare
kids.
Side of it.
Yeah,
and therefore,
Salty's
been the target of this crusade that's going against him. And so, to say we got to crusade back or whatever. Which again, I don't necessarily think that I would support, but yeah.
This was going to be later. Let me pull this up because this one.
Anyways.
Okay, this was going to be later. But we already talked about Okay, let's get this out of the way.
Desperately trying to change the conversation.
This pissed me off because we were talking about it because it's topical. The House just passed. It's not law yet. The Senate still needs to approve it as well. The House just passed legislation that would criminalize. Great step. This is awesome. Let's make this
phenomenal.
A law. Somehow 4 Republicans voted against it. That's crazy. Somehow we got 3 Democrats to vote for it, which good on you. And seriously, shame on the 100 and 207. Like, that is disgusting. You're disgusting people.
Yeah.
But what pisses me
Unlike
off,
those 4 Republicans that are not disgusting people.
no, I already
That's
said
true.
they're disgusting. I
I'm
already
just-
said shame on them.
They're
Shame on them,
disgusting.
but you didn't call them disgusting people.
Okay, they're
I'm
disgusting.
just teasing
They
you. I'm
are
just-
race traitors. Okay.
They're gender traitors.
There you go.
Yeah.
The truth traders. Yeah.
But when your entire party platform is about this, shame on you too. And man, that's got to take some balls to vote against party. But what made me what really frustrated me is Sam Riegel from Critical Role saying "F you, protect." That's what we're trying to do, man. That's literally what we're trying to do here.
And I think that's an interesting thing that of course they're not going to give us any of the any credit towards this, but that this is different perspectives on what we think is right to protect these kids. They think this is the right way to protect them. We think the other way is the right way to protect them. Yeah, and because that's the thing. I was having a discussion with one of the people that I'm living with out in Colorado that there's we all want the same thing. We just have very different ideas as to how we do this thing.
Yeah, I don't. Here's the thing, though. This is like this is where I'm like beyond the delicate, right? Not talking about how to help the individual, but like I am absolutely beyond the delicate. Like you don't need science to tell you this. The answer to the question is not genital mutilation, permanent disfigurement. Like you are a moron if you think that that's the answer.
Yeah,
I'm like I don't.
Especially to minors. Like it is demonstrably known to any age, but obviously to minors.
Right.
But they're not old enough to.
That's all vote. That this is. This isn't even saying like if you're an adult, go make that choice, which I also think is stupid. Okay.
Yeah. But if you're an adult, do whatever the hell you want.
Because this is like another level of the trans ideology. Like a huge level of it is just identifying it without changing anything of your physiology. You can still be that ideology. You could change your pronouns,
right? But I'll even go as far as to say that I'm mostly sort of dressing how you want to dress. Sure, whatever.
Dressing how you want to dress, grow your hair out, whatever. You can still do that according to this legislation. You shouldn't.
I mean, this hurt. Okay. Yeah.
But to your point, Bearded, I think on many issues that is true. That there are people who have the same goal but different roads. Like financial stability. You could have pro tariff or anti tariff. Yeah, there's just two different paths to the same goal of just pro finance. But there's many bad actors who I think you can clearly see that their goals are fundamentally different in many different issues. Maybe this one, maybe they have the same goal of protecting kids.
I don't think they do. I don't think they do.
However, this issue is something that not reasonable minds cannot disagree on this issue. If you have a reasonable mind,
there's no middle ground.
You cannot support.
I have a hard time disagreeing with you, and yet I find a lot of people who still struggle with that. So
but like where do you meet in the middle here? That's not something that you can't. There is no middle.
There's no half procedure you can do. It's
just chop off one.
Yeah.
I do think
this is
just do it like the Amazonian women did, which I know that's made up too. Okay.
I would argue that what we've talked about so far. Yeah. I would say that the middle ground is part of what we've talked about so far, which is especially in your direct interactions, especially with minors, trying to be as kind, not mocking, not harsh.
And hey, how about this for the middle ground? No minors, but when you're an adult, do whatever the hell you want.
I tend to drift that way.
I think that's still wrong, but that's a good middle ground. That's the most bipartisan.
That's the thing.
Wrong, but we can't stop
this. This is literally the middle ground that you're describing, and the entire Democratic platform said no.
Barely,
Sorry,
it's split down the middle.
No. So anyway, to transition away from this, let's bring it back to nerd stuff, which is Critical Role. This is the kind of stuff that, and I already wasn't super interested in picking up The Mighty Nine because I haven't even finished Vox Machina Season 3 because it got really stupid. Yeah. This is the kind of stuff that makes me never want to touch it again. And that makes me sad because Dispatch was fantastic. I loved it.
So he was part of Dispatch?
And he's part of Critical Role.
I didn't know Critical Role was part of Dispatch.
Critical Role did like 80% of the voice acting for Dispatch, and their name is on the product. They partnered and helped produce it. And I really want to support them because I think they do some really fun stuff. And this makes me sick. So, Mark Clark, thank you for the $4.99 pluribus. We'll get to it. Salty's eating rare steak.
We're going to ignore your super chat.
I think there could be said something about that. Obviously, if we could separate the creator and the creations, that would be phenomenal.
I try.
But it is so hard because when you see the creation and you know what the people are doing, like American Gods, was it?
American Gods. It's like I'm trying real hard to bring my because I know it's a good book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I would love to read it, and it's getting harder and harder to support the art from the
separate the art from
the thing you said. You know the thing.
I hear a lot of people complaining about critics online for that reason, like just separate
pluribus
the stuff from.
This is the perfect segue. Pluribus is pluribus woke? Is pluribus gone full woke? I would argue. No. I mean, like
not really.
We all knew it was going to happen.
Okay, so this is where like and I am as anti-woke as it gets, okay? I hate wokeness. I think it's disgusting. It is Marxism. It is a plague on society. And this is where people like John De La Rose just lose me, okay? Yeah. I think on one of... I have like 3 different YouTube channels, right? And I think on one of them I'm subscribed to him because I appreciated... he was one of the only people that was calling out Brandon Sanderson. One of the big creators. Like Shad. I don't think Shad is staying away from it. He just hasn't finished reading. He still hasn't finished reading Stormlight. I know the second he picks up Wind and Truth, he's going to be pissed about it too. But he was one of the few people who was covering the very drastic shift in Sanderson stuff, and so I appreciate him for that. But also, that's where you lose me. Where with this one episode of Pluribus, you say Pluribus has gone full woke because the 2 lesbians kissed. It was like
she's been lesbian the whole time.
She's been gay from the beginning of the show, and we've said from the beginning of the show, is this a kid's show? Is this a show for kids? It would bother me if it was. Yeah. It's not. It's a show for adults. Also, it's a minor aspect of her character. Nothing has changed. And honestly, if it showed them it's scissoring, I would take issue with it.
No,
but they kiss, and it fades to black, and it shows the morning after.
It was a very quick scene. Like they kissed for an instant, and then they woke up.
And I think that this is a good instance of this is how you do inclusion right. And the fact that her character is gay makes the story more interesting, and it makes her character more compelling. And if this is what the entire show is from here on out, just kissing,
just becomes about this,
then I'm gonna get annoyed.
But similar to this,
but it's also like even if this was a straight relationship and it suddenly went from being about this interesting what's going on to suddenly it's just about these two, you're like, this is kind of boring. Why are we making it about just these people's relationship?
Also, the point of it is what it's setting up for the next episode, which is Manuosis is finally going to arrive. Best character in like all of fiction. I didn't think they could top. I didn't think they could top last week's episode, and then they topped it in the cold open in like in 2 minutes. His character somehow got even cooler, and they're obviously setting up. Hey, he's finally going to get to talk to Carol, but it's too late. Carol is she's kind of changing sides.
Yeah.
That's going to create. I know talked about this she's still fighting it, but
you can.
We'll get into the nitty gritty, but like it's clearly setting up. Hey, there's going to be a problem here when they finally meet.
They are going to be at odds because, like, you can see right from the beginning, they have very different approaches to this. She is upset and doesn't like it, but she takes advantage of the fact that, hey, this is all,
Uncle Sam wants you to read The Naked Communist.
But he is like, no, I'm going to pay for this. And that's the thing. As much as
they tell him it's like $6,000.
No, it was like $18,000.
Yeah. And so it's one of those things where it's like as frustrated as I was sometimes with Carol, and I'm just like, you're just a negative person. Yeah. I'm a little frustrated also with my Mimosos, where I'm just like, you know what? I get it. I get that you don't want to buy into
that is his character flaw, man. He is stubborn to the core.
Fine. I don't think you would. I am willing to. I want to. But if you're going to give it to me for free, fine. Then I'll take off and I'll do it.
Obviously, any rational person would make that choice, and that's why his character is so compelling, because he is nuts.
Such a frustrating.
He is nuts.
He is unrelenting.
You're like, dude, like.
But I do like the. I mean, we all knew that this was going to be the episode that they banged.
That's why his doubling down on stubbornness is making this new development so much more interesting. It's building up the confrontation.
Yeah, but really, I do like. See, you said that she's changing sides, and I disagree with that.
It was hyperbole.
I don't think, but
I was summing it up.
She's
wrestling with it for sure. But you could she kept going back to the whiteboard and saying, "No, stop following him. Don't they eat people? Don't start getting attracted to this lady." Yeah,
right. So she's definitely conflicted, and
she's conflicted. Well, but she's liked them from the beginning. I don't. That's the thing. I agree. I misspoke. Well, she hasn't changed at all.
No, she has.
She is.
Like, but she's liked them from the beginning. She's been concerned about them from the beginning. She felt bad when she accidentally hurt them, right? Because she thinks they're still people. She felt bad
for the people, not for the
And now she's fighting her loneliness, right? She's trying to say, like, hey, I still feel the same about these people, but also I'm desperate.
The way that ended last week with the just come back, and she just was sobbing in Zoshi's arms.
Because it compounded. It's not just it wasn't just the fact that, hey, I'm the last human on Earth. Like, it's when they left too. That she was completely abandoned, where she's like, no, like, this is grating on
she's alone, and then now having to confront the wolves that trying to dig up her wife, and
she doesn't know about Minosos.
That's the cure. That's how you reverse it, is through love.
I wonder about that.
That's through specifically gay love.
Gay love saves the world. Let's go.
It's wind and truth all over again, guys.
Oh no!
You can save the world by being gay.
Omens.
But no, all jokes aside, you can see
it's
in this episode.
I forgot. It's Good Omens. That's the plot to season 2 of Good Omens. Save the world by being gay.
Stranger Things is a little bit like that, but
So Stranger Things is the same plot.
So I think that's a big difference between going woke and having gay representation. Is if being gay saves the world, it's woke.
He added on the expense of the ambulance. Yeah, so good.
I did love that. I'm always good. An ambulance. Yep, that was a good.
Great. But yeah, I do like that she's changing her approach here. She's not being, she's always been concerned for the people, but she's not being combative anymore. She's not, flipping them off.
She's been broken down.
Screw them. Yeah. But she realizes, and she hasn't given up. She says she hasn't given up. She still writes a reminder, the eat people, right? But she's coming at it from a different perspective. She's asking the right questions.
Yeah, she's asking questions.
She was like, how do you do that? Is it radio waves? Well, it's kind of like...
Which again, really. I saw that and I'm like, oh, we were on to something with the
whole world getting a massage.
It was so good. Yeah, that little bit about is everyone getting a massage? Well, no, we're all aware of each other's feelings, but we're not simultaneously feeling everything at the same time. Which
I just noticed.
Which is interesting.
Individuality.
That happens most of the time until they all feel the rage.
Right. And then she kind of changes tactics, and I think she's trying to bring back the individuality within the person, because she keeps asking the personal questions of that person,
like
of
trying to get her to say
whatever,
I and stuff
and
too.
trying to get her to use the
her
personal
struggling to say
pronouns.
I was amazing.
That was something I'm surprised she didn't do that
good.
earlier. Just like I was saying before, that I'm
back.
surprised she didn't tell them, okay, stop the stupid message. Just let me get a beep and I can tell you what I want.
But not only that, she's asking, hey, did this person, what was she like before? What were some of her favorite things? What was her favorite breakfast? Yeah. And you can see that one thing where she was just kind of staring, and then she just came back. It's like, was she like breaking from the hive mind temporarily?
How much of that was her breaking from the hive mind versus getting the information that Manuosos is alive and coming, or is awake and coming and close?
Yeah, that's true too. Because after that, you're going to have a visitor.
Thinking that's what it was, but then they did you're going to get a visitor. And it made me think maybe that's all it was, but
I think that's intentional
to lead us away
to not know which one.
The idea that she was almost breaking,
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway,
I think there was a key to that.
Anyway, Mark Clark, thank you for the $4.99. I just noticed Charles hasn't said anything racist yet. Keep it up, Charles, and I might move you up the screen.
We were talking about people with blue skin earlier.
That's not racist. It's not racist to have a preference. That's called a fetish, Charles.
Whatever.
Unless that fetish exists because you think that skin tone is superior.
I mean, it is.
You think blue skin is superior?
Yeah, no.
Anyway.
But the one of the things I was thinking about this episode is obviously this is a perfect episode to follow last episode where she was just lonely and sad and miserable, and then this episode she was taking advantage, being with another person. But the whole time I was thinking that it's all just fake. Like I don't know if you've ever tried to hold a conversation with ChatGPT. It feels hollow after a while because that person doesn't exist and that they're only trying to make you happy and whatnot. And I'm in my mind, I'm
anti hive mind all of a sudden now. Is this?
I've always been. I'm just thinking that like she's technically with another person. She's with many people, but she's also still alone.
Right. Well, she brings it up. She said like it's like playing a game against Google,
playing a game.
Right?
So that was
that was great too. Like, should we play chess? No, wait. What am I thinking? We can't play chess.
Yeah, you got to be playing a game of chance. And then I love that she called out that the muscle memory is that shared too. And it's like, well, kind of. I'm like, muscle memory itself shouldn't be shared. However, the instinct figuring out how to mentally try to get the muscles to get there.
The mental muscle memory would be there. Yeah. Like that part. Yep. Like that's part of the muscle memory. It's not just the muscles.
I will say I would not have thought that it was intentional on their part that they were trying to. I mean, beyond the fact that they're always trying to soften her and try to get her to accept them and accept what they're doing, except for the title of the episode being the charm offensive, being like, oh, they're trying to charm her into being on their side. What I will say is that similarly, Carol asking those right questions and trying to get in and thing. Expose the unique person inside Zosha. I don't know how intentional that is, and the only reason that I don't get a little extra push towards maybe it was intentional is because we don't have something like the charm offensive title to say that that's what she's trying to do. But it's very possible she is, but it's also possible she's actually just deciding she enjoys spending time because she hated being so alone. Like again, she's
I think it's a little bit of both.
You want to know something
negative person, but then she also wants people around, She would not be able to do what Manuosos did, being locked up in his facility.
No, I agree. I think that's absolutely intentional. The title of the episode is they're both offensing each other.
Because
really quickly, I just got to say I'm sorry for my uncouthness. But it's super embarrassing. I didn't even do anything, and I somehow did something to my back. There is some kind of knot that has been persistent for the last 3 weeks, and I haven't even been going to the gym. I didn't even tweak it at the gym, and it didn't even happen. I don't know. I literally did nothing, and there's this knot, this muscle in my back that has been spasming for 3 weeks, and I feel like an old man. So that's what this is. I apologize for grooming myself on screen.
But there are worse things you could do on screen.
There's so many worse things.
It gets if it starts, it's spasming too much. It gets real painful. Okay. Oh my gosh!
I was just responding.
Yeah, the charm offensive. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Although actually, although Bearded, I agree with you. I disagree with you in the chat. The very first thing we see her is she's charming her audience.
That's true.
She's pretending to enjoy her books.
Oh, she's been doing this for years.
As soon as she leaves gets into the cab, she's like, "My books are trash. I don't care about them at all." She's very charming by nature.
So much time with her since then, being so unchill about any of it. Like not even being able to take I don't like this, but I'm going to keep it quiet in through here. I'm like, it's so unlike what we have seen most of her. But you are right, and that was the thing that made me think that actually gave me more hope that she is doing this on purpose, because when she starts sitting down and talking to Zosha about I thought about this, maybe we could have it happen by doing this, and she's talking about the specifics, because I'm like, she hated people that were doing that in her fan group when she was.
But then she also
I wouldn't go that far. I think
book.
it's porque no los dos, man. Like it's absolutely both things. Like she's taking advantage of the situation, but also
she's lonely.
All the stuff we said before isn't just not true anymore. Like she's breaking. She's a mess.
Well, and again, that's why she absolutely has to have Zosha there, because she's breaking. But she's like, now that you're here, maybe I'll try to take advantage of it.
Right.
Because
but I think it's the same.
She is fighting against herself, but she's also still a smart character.
Because I think
that she has been from the beginning. So she's getting information at the same time.
She went from being reminded that they created this whole false thing with the diner there, and she was really excited about that, and then caught the fact that they were trying to charm her.
That's creepy.
And got really, really mad about it and took off.
Yeah.
And then she sits there and starts talking with them.
It's the Twilight effect,
then
is this romantic, or are you? This is weird.
Yeah. And then they have the kiss, and what happens right after they kiss and they sleep together? She's up writing. And it's possible that just actually really, broke the dam, that she's able to get the creative juices out there. But I think more likely she's like,
we got juices.
This is
somewhere.
This is.
I got him.
Nice. Sorry for anybody listening.
We all heard that squeal from the kitchen.
But
I'm surprised I didn't get Martina there.
Well, I'm sure we'll get it.
You might be putting the kids down to bed right now.
But the idea that she then goes in and says,
she
know
was
what?
Just in the chat
they really want me to be writing. I can distract. They're trying to distract me. I'm going to try to distract them by writing, which is what they want. So I'll distract them and break down the barrier. So we'll see.
I think it's both. I think it's tactical, but also I like this. I like them.
Right. I think it started out tactful. She was using the book as an excuse, where she wasn't writing the book. But then, they banged.
Yeah.
And then she was now I can write the book how I wanted to, because I hated the book before because I didn't do it how I wanted to. Now I'm going to write it how I want to.
In addition to that, it's also cover.
Yep.
Right.
It's keeping up.
Where that balance comes in, how much of it is intentional versus
maybe I probably should write at least one chapter if they ask,
Which that was another thing that I thought, and realizing again that they were doing this as a distraction tactic to Carol. I wonder a little bit how much of it is reality, because they were like, oh, we're so excited to read something new, because they're not creating.
Yeah,
art.
that was what Martina said.
But that's the thing that they are still. It does sound like they still have their own desires for art and receiving some of that.
But they can't create it.
But they don't create it.
That's
they can't create it.
That's what I've been saying about AI.
Even if they tried to create it, even if you try to create it, you can't enjoy it. Because the enjoyment of a creator is different from
they are incapable of individual thought.
Yeah,
they are incapable of making anything new, and that's what AI is.
Yep, and that's actually probably a big part of what the commentary is going to be on this, is that these guys are AI and they can't create new. They will bring us the knowledge of everything and bring us together in these ways, but it's going to have these problems of we're not going to create anything new and unique and special.
That's the thing. Sorry, before Charles moves on, the artificial intelligence for what we are experiencing right now is a misnomer. It is not an intelligence.
Yeah,
it is a database. It's a really fast, self-referencing,
knowledge,
incredibly fast, incredibly broad, deep database. that's not intelligence. It
Yeah.
can. It's really good at mimicking intelligence. It's really good at tricking you because it has so many examples of what intelligence looks like. But it is incapable of creating anything new. Anything it does is inherently, by definition, by its programming, derivative. But that's not what intelligence is.
Yeah. And I would say, like, this isn't maybe a perfect analogy, but I think it's similar to, like, intelligence we see in animals. Like, you can train them to...
That's different.
Like birds say words.
They have real intelligence.
Really know what's being said. They know that this stimuli means this thing has to happen.
No, but they are still making their own processes. They are still responding
to their own choices.
Thinking more than an AI.
Yeah,
but they're not very intelligent, but they are intelligences.
Yeah, and I would say too that, like, to your point, I guess to counter my point, they're not quite as unique as an animal because there's less choice going on there. There's no choice in an AI. Whereas with an animal, even if they don't truly fully understand in the same way that we do the words they're saying or the words that we're saying, there is still a degree of volition involved in deciding to, say the thing so that they can get the treat, or do the thing because you said the command or whatever, right? So. But that's the level.
If you want to argue better, you could say that our choices are just pulling from our internal databases
to some degree, but there's still, like, there's environmental factors. There's like, again,
we are pulling from our database of vocabulary that we have learned over time,
right.
and we've logged interactions where good behavior provides stimuli and reward,
but then again, we have a desire to go against some of the stimuli. Like, again, if we just talk about the trans issue that we were talking about before, they're not getting any positive feedback. They're getting more now, but, like, overall, they're still going against the easy answer by just, by saying, hey, I'm going to fight and go this direction, because we have that volition of saying we want to do something different than just what our stimuli says. And
Monwoso's is the ultimate example for the difference between an artificial intelligence, a database, and an intelligence, right?
And somebody who just makes their own choices regardless of the
there is no AI ever, even an actual honest to goodness artificial intelligence that would make Monwoso's decisions.
No, not at all.
Nope.
Yep. He's got his principles and he's sticking to them.
He's so good. Such a good character.
He's really awesome, and he's perfect. He's a perfect companion. Carol.
A day to rest.
I know.
He's got open sores on his back.
That scene where he's pouring the hydrogen peroxide down his back. Oh my gosh, that hurt me. It's like, oh.
I love him so much.
He is so, like, I thought Carol was stubborn. He is so stubborn. Like, Carol, and that's the thing. Carol has softened on her stubbornness, but he has not. Yeah. He has doubled down on it 99%,
But before we move on, we've already moved on a little bit, but going back to the intelligence creating art, because obviously we compare it to artificial intelligence quite a bit because of the comments of the creator. But even if the joined was able to create new art, even if you were able to create new art, it would still be meaningless because there's nobody to share it with. The point of art is to share it with other people. If you are one person, just a single individual trapped in a cave, and you never meet anybody else in your entire existence, anything you create is meaningless.
It's not the sharing that's important; it's the experiencing that's important.
I was going to say, I will actually.
It's if a tree falls in the middle of a forest, does it make a sound? Which is a stupid thing.
It's
just an example that it makes a sound. Okay, but if art is created, but no one sees it, like it's not just that. Yes, it's still art, but it doesn't matter. Right?
Yes, but I think the point that he's saying is the creator still sees it. The creator sees it, and the creator had fun maybe creating it. But as a creator myself, the joy I get from drawing is showing it to other people, saying, "Hey, look at this! Isn't this cool?"
I get a lot of joy from Charles showing me his drawings because it's always, there's never an occasion where you can laugh too much.
Yeah, right. So. I mean, he's your little brother, so you can laugh quite a bit, but The other thing that I'll say though, and this is where I'll circle back a little bit to one of the things that Sanderson said in his address at
you
Nexus.
are the art. Yeah, it was
but it's yes,
not his best
art,
speech. It was not his best speech this year.
Yeah,
it was better than last year's.
Yeah. There's ways in which that's a little bit like you are the art, and it's a little fruity. But
it was just a little
idea that the experience of doing the art is something that is worthwhile regardless of if you do share it, of if anybody else gets to see it. And again, that's something that they won't get
the
to grow
doing
from.
of the sharing is the fun part.
The doing of the creating and the sharing, the doing of the sharing is the fun part as you put this up on screen, right? But yeah, like it took me a second.
That's
I was
the
processing
joke.
It out
That's
loud.
the joke.
Yeah. I was just processing your joke out loud because it's so much more fun when a joke is explained.
See, if a joke is told in the middle of a live stream, will Bearded understand it? I don't know.
But yeah, if a joke is told in the middle of a live stream, but nobody's around to explain it, is it really a joke?
There, that's the better one.
You
made my joke better. That was really good. I'm really proud of you. That was good. Good. You get a treat. Here. There you go. There you go.
Oh, nice.
All the way up.
Promotion.
Wow, I'm real special. Let's see. How can I do I need to move myself down again? Like Star Wars is awesome. Disney Star Wars is the best Star Wars.
Let's see how long he could stay up there.
Right.
Yep.
Anyway,
Charles hasn't said anything racist for a really long time.
I know, right?
Hey, like I said, I told you I think I've taken that crown from him after Song of the South. You know.
That's right. That's right.
So I don't know. It's really interesting to kind of see those interactions and see the fact that they wouldn't be able to create something for themselves to enjoy. Like I almost wonder if them as a like collective, in spite of the fact that they want the like world to be all completely joined, that they wouldn't be like, hey, actually we would be okay if you don't join because that means that we have something else to interact with.
Yeah, maybe.
Like,
yeah.
Well, like I was a little frustrated. I needed her to respond to the whole. I needed Carol to, when they say like, "Oh, we want to spread this to other planets too. We want to give them the same blessing." Like you're saying, yeah, but you're all gonna die.
Yeah,
like
you want
this,
to
like you could say like, hey, like even if this is a good thing, there is something about it that's broken.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
but she did say that part.
Yeah,
she did say that this is so messed up. You guys are starving yourselves.
Yeah,
you can't
not
even
in that moment, but she did say it. You're right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So there was a little bit of that, but I do agree that it would be great if she kind of took that the next step of saying, you want to put other planets with this same level of like dying, like the restrictions that you have on yourselves too.
Yeah. But thinking of that, what would you guys think is a possible solution to food?
I don't think that.
I don't remember if
if they refuse to,
I can give a couple, but I'd have to know more about the mechanics of the.
If they refuse to pick plants.
Yeah.
Kill animals. That.
I think
you can
maybe
eat dirt. I don't know.
Eat dirt. I think you would have to employ the few humans left to be like the people prepare the animals, and then the human just comes by and pew, pew, pew,
Yeah, I can see that.
Having 10 humans left on Earth is not going to be able to produce enough food for.
Yeah. You're absolutely correct.
Well,
so
what are we at now?
I agree. I think that it really comes down. I agree with you that like they could probably benefit from having a few thousand or a few 100,000 or whatever non-joined individuals, so that they
8 billion humans on Earth. I think did they say like 10% died in the transfer, the initial transfer?
Carol said something along the lines of all 7 billion of you. So like she was referencing that maybe there's still about 7 billion of them left. So maybe a billion have died. Yeah. Maybe. I
would say. Yeah, that's probably about right. 1 billion.
That seems about right. But anyway, like it'd be interesting to see, like, because I feel like they could benefit from like there being a handful of individuals to create some art for the rest of them to enjoy. Like,
no, I don't know. I still want to. I want her to ask the Rube Goldberg question. Like, okay, if you set up a Rube Goldberg machine that pulls the trigger of a gun at the end of it, and I put it in front of my head, would you push the domino? Are you physically capable of pushing that first domino? I want to know the answer to that question.
Yeah.
How many steps? And if so, can we take out maybe 5 of these steps? Would you still push the domino? Like how many?
Where does that? That's a great way to break that down.
I'd be fascinated.
Yeah. That is a question that
clone meat.
Yeah, that is an interesting question that I'd like answered, but it's also a dangerous question because then the collective will,
will be able to
find their limit.
Then they could put some stem cells at the end of that Rube
exactly.
Goldberg machine.
See, that was my question at the beginning. It's like, is there a point that I reach that you
I don't
reach
know how
where...
I don't know how to ask this question without being crude. Okay, so I'm not. That's not the intention. But are there stem cells in the sex mucus?
Oh, from Carol.
Should I Google this?
Oh, interesting.
Didn't we also mention that
saliva? Probably.
She already had her.
She had
eggs
her
frozen,
eggs,
right?
but those don't hold stem cells. You could clone them into a cloned version of Carol that would have the same stem cells, but.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if there's any possibility that after their intimate time that there's something. I wouldn't think so because they did hint that you would have
Charles,
to get
Google
let's not Google.
Open an incognito window, Charles.
So
Charles, please. Sorry, Mom. Google pussy juice stem cells, please. Question mark.
I already did.
Turn image to
that way. I didn't word it that way. But it says based on the provided.
He already did it.
There's no evidence that female ejaculation or lubrication naturally contains stem cells.
Thank you for that.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
Thank you
stem
for the
cells.
answer.
I know, like your back juice, your spine juice has stem cells.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know that an embryo has stem cells because that's where a lot of aborted tissue gets.
Usually from fat tissues or bone marrow.
Yeah.
Not from
where
lubrication.
You get
the other thing,
stem cell from.
Just to respond a little bit to what Mark was saying with regards to advocating for the slave class. My point was not necessarily that I was advocating for it, but that I'm saying I could see them creating a slave caste basically. But again, because they have such a we love you and we want to make you happy, it probably would be. I mean, it wouldn't be the kind of slave caste that we've had in our actual.
As
world
Jared
yet,
put it,
but
slave castes are good. Yes.
Hey,
so what you're saying is
so again, just doubling down on the being the most racist person on the panel here now. A lot of things have been done effectively with slaves. Slaves have allowed a lot of things to be done very efficiently because you don't care about the actual people. I'm not advocating for it, but in a similar vein, having this cast of non-joined humans that because they're so kind and wanting everybody to be happy, they would probably not actually oppress them, but they would still probably have them be a class that allows them to get all these things that they can't do for themselves.
Okay, here's one. Your placenta holds stem cells, which would have been a big problem if she wasn't gay.
Yeah.
Being gay saves the world.
Saves the world. That lends to another thing that I was thinking about. Was we talked at the beginning, I think, a little bit about are they going to reproduce and what does that look like? As them
and they mentioned in this that there were several births, but this has only been 2 months.
Right.
Yeah. So they had to have been.
Right. There were people who were already pregnant. But then, you also have the guy in Vegas who's probably impregnating, half of the survivors as well.
Yeah. So
even the maid.
Even the maid. So that'll be interesting to see. That's another piece of the puzzle that I'm curious about.
That was a line from this episode. This isn't going to turn into that orgy scene from the Matrix movies.
Oh yeah.
No.
Unless you wanted to.
I love the silence after that. Just
no, I'm okay.
She thought about it. She was thinking about it.
Yeah. That was another thing I was going to bring up. It was interesting, and she wrote it down on her board too. I was expecting them to sleep in a uniform manner, just all on their backs, completely still, the same posture.
Yeah,
but half of them were cuddling with each other, spooning.
But only about half of them. It seemed like they did have generally pairs on each blanket area, but not always.
That was very interesting, and she wrote down, and there's cuddle bug.
Which she indicated that might also kind of relate to the saving energy in sharing heat, because they meant that being it's more efficient to heat one big area rather than several small areas. But that on top of that, they might cuddle to share warmth as well.
We've also seen efficiency isn't always the number one priority, right? The guy was picking up glass with his hands, in
it was the most directly in that moment efficient, but just not necessarily the smartest because you're going to cut yourself.
The other thing too
that's not efficient. It's not just not smart. It's not efficient. Like it takes a lot less time to grab a dustpan.
No, so somebody could have been grabbing a dustpan while he's cleaned up.
That's where I would lean in terms of how they were doing it efficiently, but yeah.
See, that was honestly, that's the biggest disconnect because in the second episode, they're all working like a well-oiled machine, right? Yeah. They're loading the trucks, they're doing the thing. The truck gets there as soon as they get the bodies, they load them up, and everyone's they're not moving at all.
Yeah.
But then we see them act more like regular people. They're not all uniform in a lot of their action in the last couple episodes. So
yes, no. Although I wonder how much
would that be intentional.
Saying like, hey, well, because you have the situations like the James Bond scenario at the casino and
right. Well, that makes sense.
Play acting, right?
Right. Exactly. That makes perfect sense.
The rest of the time, they're doing a lot of like, my role is to bring this over to you, and your role is to then grab it from you and move over here. So they're not in sync, but they are still working very coordinated together.
Right. But it just seems, especially in the scene where they're all bunking down in the stadium ice rink or whatever, that they weren't. I don't know. There's not enough uniformity in there, not as much as I would expect, especially in the way that they were sleeping. You can still be huddled up to each other, but all just vertical. But they were all in different positions.
Like an entire room full of spoons, just spooning.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's also interesting that they came back to Albuquerque at all, though, because I need to know what their goals are. Why did everyone need to come back to Albuquerque that they couldn't have done in any other city? Is it just efficiency?
There's a lot of things that like them.
If they already moved everyone over, why not just keep a couple extra people in Chicago?
And maybe they did keep some extra over there, but also maybe this is the way they interpreted her comeback request. She said to come back, so we're all coming back, kind of thing. Maybe, but I do think that. Here's another thing that's to that point of like, why are they doing it? Is they rebuilt the house across the street from Carol. Like, to what point and purpose? They're all sleeping in this communal space that nobody's living in that house. Why did they rebuild it? What's the point? What's the purpose? That's
a good point.
Yeah,
I've thought several times that they have. I think they keep several of the people in like third world countries and still living in that same condition, where at the same time they have people in America living in a higher standard. And I thought, like, why wouldn't you just immigrate everybody to the best locations around the world? Why would you keep people in Africa and in the tribe living? Maybe they haven't shown that yet.
I will say, here's a benefit to the hive mind. You could actually make Africa into the kind of place that wouldn't be.
You totally could.
Yeah, well, and that's probably where I'm coming from, is the inefficiency of having to actually move them, where it's like, hey, we can actually do some, because we need to be spread out a little bit to manage the agriculture the little bit that they do with it.
That's what I was going to say. Foraging for fallen foods needs to happen everywhere.
And they probably have done a lot to say, hey, this one building that's really nice is now the building where everybody stays, even if it's in this third world country where a lot of the buildings are not so good. Well, we'll use what we can, but also, hey, we'll just use this like rich mansion over here for everybody instead of everybody being in their poor hovels or whatever the case may be in their third world country. I don't know. They haven't really broken into that, but yeah, I was going to call this comment out from Hussein about the orgy scene. So they did have John Cena.
Yeah.
I think that's where that connected in. What Hussein was
probably. I think you. I was going to ask what is this? What is this touching?
What is this touching? Yeah, the orgy scene. I think. Yeah.
Got it.
Oh yeah, because of
Peacemaker.
Your favorite show.
Peacemaker.
Yep.
Okay, I didn't get that connection, but yeah, got it.
Charles saw the rains down in Africa. Yeah. Well, Africa saw the wells that influencers built for them and immediately dismantled them and sold them for parts, and then complained that they didn't have running water. So
that's fun.
Wow.
It's a culture.
I hadn't heard about that.
Yeah. It was like the next day.
Oh. Well, and I think that just speaks to the level of depravity or disconnect in terms of, hey, this is what we think is going to be the best for us, is to give it, when not recognizing the long-term better benefit of keeping the water that they were just given. But like, hey, these things we know will give us money, so we're going to take that and dismantle it and get some money for it.
They didn't sell the parts, like they sold it for scrap. Like they melted them down.
Or the long-term benefit of having everybody discoordinated because you're not in hive mind. Like, you get the short-term benefit of everybody being coordinated and running like a well-oiled machine, but the long-term disadvantage of starving to death.
Starving to death, not having any creativity, not having any,
not having any creativity, loneliness. Yep.
Loneliness. Which that was one of the things. I don't know if I actually circled it back around, but that idea of like, oh, we'd love to read more. I would wonder if by the time that if everybody was joined, they would all be content. And we talked a little bit earlier about the idea of like, you're not really happy because you don't have the contrast of the sad and the happy. But like, I think that it would become incredibly lonely. I like, it feels to me like Zosha experiencing for the world, but being able to experience these good things is probably something that if they suddenly didn't have that, they'd be like, well, oh crap, now we don't have, it's not efficient to have these enjoyable moments, but like at the very least being able to channel it out through Zosha interacting with Carol and probably the handful of other people interacting with them, they're probably getting like an antidote to what would be the loneliness of the one,
Yeah.
Exactly. Also, I was thinking the same thing. Like a potential ending is that all of the humans get converted into the hive mind, and then the hive mind realizes, oh shoot, we're alone, and we actually miss the humans.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think that's how it would end up if that happened. But also, they don't care because their directive is convert everybody and to not harm anything. And they're not backing down. I mean, they could easily just say, okay, it's in our best interest to pick fruit. Okay, we're not going to kill animals, but we can be vegetarians. But they don't do that.
Here's the distinction that I'll make, though, is that they will be okay with it because that's what they want and what they're going to push for, but they will still end up lonely about it. And like they will still be sad about that or because of that in a way that they're like, well, but it is for the good or for the whatever, and because we're doing this one thing. But I would be willing to bet, regardless of whether they would decide to do something different, I don't think they would decide to do something different, but I think that they would be lonely because of that, And I think that it would be a sad thing for them. They just wouldn't care enough because they're busy with their efficiency, Yeah. So I don't disagree with what you're saying with regards to that at all. But anyway.
Yep.
I also think this is interesting. Taking the morality to extremes, I think it brings up that interesting conversation because obviously being pro-life is good. But if you're so pro-life that you won't pick an apple, that's obviously disordered.
This is where, like, if you're going to be touching it to that idea of pro-life versus the abortion argument, if you will, like, there's room to understand when there's rape or there's incest or whatever, or like the life of the mother might be like to understand where there might be something there. It's taking something to an extreme that's a problem. Just like just let it be a whatever is an extreme message as well. Like, doesn't matter, just kill any baby, is also an extreme that is really, really bad.
Yeah. The problem is they'll bring up extremes, but they also won't accept the middle ground. Like you're like, okay, so if you did allow exceptions for rape and incest, would you ban the others? No. Okay, then why would you bring it up?
Yeah. Same thing with the article we brought up before.
Talking about that aspect of it, I think that's a good parallel to the idea of like, yes, it's good to be pro-life. It's also good to like be in favor of people choosing things, but that's why we're framing it one way or the other. But it's like
at some point it has
to. A problem,
At some point it would have to stabilize. Like the rate of new dead corpses would sustain the
because once
at a rate at a consistent rate. So you're dying
because once it's sustained, there's less people dying. There's less bodies dying.
Oh yeah. So it would never even out. It would go
unless they had more babies.
It would be a parabola.
Unless it also depends on if you're actually having babies or not. If you're having babies,
see that's what. Yeah.
parabola. I don't think it goes all the way up and then all the way down. I think
cutting out for you guys?
I think it tessellates downwards. I don't think there's any way that like mathematically, I think that leads to extinction every time.
It might
because the problem it's because it's a closed system.
Yeah.
And
it's only a closed system if they're not reproducing.
But even then, that takes more energy. If you're reproducing, that makes it worse. That doesn't balance out.
I mean, it's a really interesting math question of
no. I think mathematically, that tessellates, that oscillates to zero every time.
Yeah.
So,
Martina, that was what I was going to ask too. If the new babies are they automatically joined too, or can some of them be?
I would bet so, because what they did to make everybody join was
they eat the babies.
They swapped bodily fluids, right? And that was a big part of what made them join.
Right, but she was immune for some reason. There's 11 people that are immune, is it possible
that
swapped their babies fluids
in this probably episode? Somebody could be born unjoined, but I'd be willing to bet that most babies would be born joined. Like again, it would be the 12 in 8 billion.
The question is if the survivors have babies, would their babies come pre-joined or not unjoined? But then that comes with the danger of providing an umbilical cord, which has your stem cells. So
it's true.
Because you're not going to be able to deliver that baby for yourself, you know.
Yeah.
Yep. Which, I've been asking since day one. Can a joined baby speak English?
Can
a joined baby play crochet?
I think their muscles will be undeveloped enough that they would not
you still have like you still have to develop your vocal.
You still have some physical development that would need to happen. But I'd be willing to bet that like an 8-year-old.
I still really want to see that.
I would be willing to bet that most 8-year-olds,
I'm sure they would. They would start talking sooner. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe as soon as they start talking at 1-year-old, they're still
also like your brain doesn't start at 100% either. Like your brain develops as you grow. Like you gain more capacity. So
that's true. I just really want to see a talking baby, and I think that'd be really cool.
Because it worked so well in Space Babies.
Never mind. You're right. Never mind.
That's never worked out.
Yeah.
Didn't work in Doctor Who Space Babies. It didn't work in Twilight. It didn't work in Baby Geniuses. Although that Baby Geniuses is probably the AI baby. I don't think it spoke.
David, it's like communism, okay? I know it's failed in the past, but this time we're gonna get it right.
This time it'll.
Okay. This time we'll do it.
I think Baby Geniuses is a great movie. So
that's what I said. Baby Geniuses is probably the best talking babies.
Yeah. It's done.
And it's probably one of the older examples.
I don't remember Twilight baby talking. I remember being weird.
Twilight.
Yeah, I don't think
it didn't talk.
I didn't make it that far, man. I only watched the first 3 Twilight movies, and that was only because there was a girl involved.
James was obsessed with them.
You couldn't pay me money to watch the last 2.
Yeah.
I think I watched them all. I read all the books and mostly kind of enjoyed them, but
I thought it was the last one that you went to the theater with me. Was it the third one?
That was number 3. That was Breaking Dawn. No, Breaking Dawn. Hold on. Twilight, New Moon,
Breaking Dawn.
Eclipse. Breaking Dawn is book 4. We saw Eclipse in theaters.
Right, whatever.
Dates. I'm telling you, I have not seen the part 1 or part 2 of the 4th book. Yes.
Yeah. Anywho, I think that's about all that I had to talk about Pluribus.
Yeah, it's been it was going to be a short show, and then you guys wanted to talk about philosophy for some reason.
Yeah.
But Pluribus is great. Like this
one more thing, I did notice
consistently got into philosophy when talking about Pluribus, and I love it for that reason.
And I did notice in one scene here there were like 3 airplanes that flew by, and I don't know if that's just because they were filming in Albuquerque and there happened to be planes in the sky and they didn't edit them out, or if that was supposed to be part of the thing. But yeah, there was one scene where Carol and Sorsha were talking and there were 3 airplanes that passed by. So I don't know if that was a Easter egg of something happening or just
I haven't heard anything
flop,
specific, but
so anyway, that's all I got. I want to finish nerd news, and then I can duck out, and you and Charles can talk about the
Wake Up Dead Man.
Wait, okay.
Wake Up Dead Man.
Jared Wild. Oh goodness. Nope. I didn't touch anything. I didn't touch anything.
Weird.
Wow.
I think it was your internet because like 5
You
minutes
have been
ago
a little
your internet
spotty.
was
Yeah.
flopping out.
You were having issues earlier.
I'm not touching anything.
Man, YouTube just really wants us to be done, I guess.
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk is back. It's the ghost of Charlie Kirk. Yeah. Baby Genius is better than Baby Driver. Okay, wait. Sorry. Bearded has seen Wake Up Dead Man and Charles?
I have not seen Wake Up Dead Man.
Okay. Charles saw
Charles.
Wake Up Dead Man. Okay, let's not talk about it until you see it. You were going to and you didn't.
I'll see it this next week. But
Yep.
I'm realizing I said that last week.
Check that out. Try to catch up on Fallout. Yeah.
So Charles is the only one that watched Fallout.
I did.
Okay.
I watched Fallout.
Okay, let's do news and then we'll do Fallout.
Okay.
They're trying to silence us. Yeah, that's everyone coming back to the Pluribus thing.
Well, I think that's everybody coming back to the stream. We disappeared.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't remember when that happened. It might. Yeah, you're right. It might have been
probably
right when she said come back and that follow-up scene.
I don't know. This is kind of nerd news. Silk Song expansion. Sorry. They're working on it. It's free. It's going to be boat themed apparently.
Nice.
I'm excited.
Nice.
Yay, Sea of Sorrow. And Hollow Knight gets a Nintendo Switch 2 edition with updated graphics, and you get it for free if you have the original game.
It seems to me like maybe some Bentleys recently got a Switch 2.
I didn't. But
I still haven't got a Switch 1.
So if you own a copy of the base game, they give you a free HD remake. That's come on. That's a sexy company.
Dude, I love these guys. These guys and Arrowhead have just been phenomenal. Arrowhead, the developers of Helldivers.
Oh, yeah.
They've just been
Silk Song's great.
Yep, I'm still doing Hollow Knight. I got the first ending and I'm trying to unlock the rest.
We got a teaser for season 3 of House of the Dragon. It's not much. It's just, hey, it's coming back, guys. Summer of 26. So still a ways away.
Okay. I was hoping for spring, but
But yeah.
Whatever. I guess you got to make room for the Dunkin' Egg.
Speaking of eggs,
what do you call that?
Speaking of
Seven
ham and
Kingdoms,
eggs. Here, do you guys want to watch this together?
Sure.
Let's do it. I haven't seen that yet.
So it's not a trailer. It's kind of behind because we already got like the teaser. This is behind the scenes. I am so pumped. Like this is looking so freaking good.
Careful. Don't get your expectations too high.
No, like this is like word for word adaptation, man.
Nice.
Also, he's looking skinnier, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say that. He's not looking very
He's
good.
definitely on the Ozempic train, which is who it's made for, by the way. For like obese overweights. That's like it's purpose. Yeah. It's okay. Yep. Don't take it if you're skinny already. Yeah. Jeez. He's looking really good. Live longer, man. Like I would love. Please finish your books. Live long enough to do it.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, hopefully this is a healthy getting thinner, not an unhealthy getting thinner.
Yeah. I mean, his figure looks healthier, but I don't know. His face kind of looks like it's.
I think that's also a lack. I think that's also a losing weight result.
I think he's looking good. Yeah, he does look like Dumbledore.
Yeah, very big difference between this and holy cow, Aaron and Grande.
Yeah.
Massive difference. Like,
yeah, this is. You guys have sound?
Yep.
It's really quiet.
Holy shit! I've just gone back in time. With this story, we're taking a look at the smaller side of Westeros.
It's not just a hero story. It's about being sort of stoic and honest.
I will say that is kind of true and also kind of not true. Like it's not really, the story is a smaller scope, but like you're still getting a big chunk of the important side of Westeros. Like there's Targaryens everywhere. In two out of three of the big stories. Like it's there are repercussions, and this is I don't want to spoil anything, but this isn't like an obscure spinoff. It's hyper focused on one character who isn't that important. But I wouldn't say it's a smaller side of Westeros. It's kind of big.
Gotcha.
Yeah, man. I still haven't started reading A Song of Ice and Fire, but I've read Fire and Blood or Blood and no, I've read Fire and Blood and I've read Dunk and Egg, and like they're phenomenal. They're so good. He's an amazing writer.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about. I know
Don't read it out loud. Don't read it out loud.
I know plenty about this.
Oh, that's funny. You're screwed.
Yep.
You've incurred the wrath of Martina, lady.
Yep.
I just caught up. I'm sorry. He needs a pirate lady. Yeah, there you go, Charles. Okay. All right, here we go.
Yep.
This is Sir Duncan the Tall.
Being sort of stoic and honest.
You walk on the set, looks like I've walked right into my book.
It's just incredible storytelling. I've been able to be a part of bringing that to life. It was a massive achievement at the end of it.
On action!
I mean, it's looking so good. I'm so excited for this.
That looked like a practical dragon set.
They have dragons? I thought they didn't have dragons in the book.
No, there's dragons.
Oh,
that's
that's
a puppet.
Is that an actual dragon, or is that like a?
That looks like a puppet.
No, that's a puppet. That's a puppet. This is a flamethrower. They're just getting practical reference. This isn't this is so behind the scenes. This isn't the final shot.
Yeah,
this is behind. This is a behind the scenes shot, not a.
No, that's a giant puppet, guys.
That's what I said.
I was thinking this was an in universe shot.
The teeth look real funny.
Man. Yeah.
No, you're getting reference for shadows and lighting.
Yeah. That makes sense. Again, I was thinking this was in universe, not a behind the scenes.
No. So. Like the shield is probably going to be in the final shot. Whatever. Is the shield probably
being held by somebody though.
Yep.
I mean, the Targaryens are in the story and they have dragons, but they're not. They don't really use them a lot in the story. But
A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is a story about Sir Duncan the Tall. His mentor, Sir Arland, has just died.
You're a true knight.
We set off on a journey to a small castle town called Ashford.
Westeros is a rotten, scary world. Dunk is a decent person, and in the Game of Thrones universe, that is quite hard to come by.
He's not aristocracy. He's a guy who's trying to make his way in the world.
He has himself, his horses, and his sword.
He
horses
is so
plural.
Yeah.
He owns several horses.
Well, he had a horse, and Sir Arlen had a horse, and now one of them is dead.
And probably one of them was a pack horse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he is so perfectly cast for this. Like, it's perfect.
I was gonna say, I think I'm already liking the character, just from the small bit we've seen. I don't know. I obviously I can't compare it to the book, but I can already tell. I think I'm gonna like the character.
Nice.
not your best comment, Martina. Workshop that one a bit. Come back when you're ready.
It was good. I'm glad.
They're good. They're really good. Really good books.
But he will soon find out that he actually needs a little bit more than that.
Hello there.
Can I know this is me being judgmental, but in a good way. This is when I think of like, hey, I want someone adapting my nerdy crap.
More like
this is who I'm thinking of. Okay, like this is what I want to see behind this. I want to see more. Just.
I didn't realize that this was the director.
I don't know if he's the director or the writer or anything, but he's in the behind the scenes.
He's definitely in charge of something.
Yeah,
and you're absolutely right.
Nice.
This is good.
Unless it's Henry Cavill.
This is what you want to see. I think behind the scenes a little bit. I think we need more nerds involved in nerd culture, guys.
Yep.
Hello there. You the stable boy?
Egg thinks this could be the only knight I could squire for, but he looks like a horrible knight. You're built made of rope.
There's a cute arrogance to Egg that Dunk.
Also incredibly well cast for Egg too.
Oh man,
he's great.
Really good.
This was doing the Baby Yoda before it was a thing, and also doing it better.
This is much better
because Baby Yoda wasn't completely useless. He was actually a really compelling character.
No, but I already could tell because the thing is with having a cute sidekick is everyone assumes that all they are is a plushie to sell as merchandise. But if the cute sidekick is a bald kid, I mean that's not going to make a very good plushie.
Nope.
So it's like
a good action figure.
This isn't a DEI hire. It's not a cancer kid. He shaves his head.
Huh.
So, yeah.
Start dunking on all the shallows.
He really shaved. That's cool.
What?
That's cool. And also the costumes look phenomenal.
Yeah,
I love the guy in his little.
Especially the guy in the shorts with the, the fanny pack.
Yeah.
Honestly, he looks more in place here than anything Rings of Power ever did. Like I would believe this over the Rings of Power costuming.
Yeah.
Or Avatar: Last Airbender or anything Netflix.
Yeah.
Yikes, that's coming back this year too.
Yep.
Is that Bella Ramsey?
Kind of gets
in the background.
I knew exactly.
Is this guy?
Oh. The forehead matches.
Yeah. Is that Bella?
That's Dunk.
That's.
Yeah, a little bit.
It looks like, Bella Ramsey and then Brett Cooper behind her.
I need to see it.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
Gets frustrated with, but he's fun to be around.
Rob me and I'll hunt you down with dogs.
You don't have dogs!
Hello there.
I will say the bald cap on this kid is so much more believable than what we got on the actual cancer kid in Alien Earth for the first 2 episodes. Yikes, that was so bad.
Yeah.
Hi. I'm very enthused about these characters. I love these characters.
I'm incredibly appreciative of how trustworthy George R.R. Martin has been, because it's his world.
There was something so good about Peter and Dexter. I'm very glad that Dunk and Egg are going to exist in the world.
He looks happy. He looks like he's just having a blast on set.
Yeah.
He looks like a kid in a candy shop.
Good. I love that.
I hope this I hope this lights a fire under his tush.
Yeah.
He's such a good he's such a good author. It's so hard. It's such,
yeah.
Glad that Dunk and Egg are going to exist in the world.
Oh, that's there you go, Martina.
You did a great job.
It's Fella Ramsey.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're welcome back into the fold. That was a good one.
Because I love the characters, and I think other people will love them too.
Oh, that was a good shot. Let's see that again.
So good. That
I don't know.
like,
that physics looked a
there's
little
obviously
bit
some CGI going on there, but holy crap, that's like you can't tell.
And I think other people will love them too.
Dude, that looks so good.
Oh, that was awesome.
It looks really good.
There's
probably just CG'd out the like safety things, like they probably pulled on them. And
No, they're like,
boy, that looks freaking good.
They weren't holding. They were probably holding the butts of their lances. There's probably no tip. There's probably no end stick.
There was no connection between them. Yeah,
they're probably just holding the handles. So those are going to be CGI, and they're getting yanked off by pull ropes, which are being edited out. But man, and they're adding some splinters. Like the physics are spot on there, Charles.
Yeah.
That's what would happen.
And I think other people will love them too.
That's so good.
That impact is so man.
Great. Also, Egg is great here.
Too.
That reaction.
We'll say in that
my goodness.
In that Sword in the Stone series, they talk a lot about jousting, tilting. They call it.
Looked like a good joust. Sounded like Dunk and Egg. Yeah.
We do not need to worry about the Avatar Last Airbender Aang situation here, where live action Aang is just a little log.
It's Sir Duncan the Tall, but he goes by Dunk. He's actually kind of dumb. He didn't know his name was Duncan for a while. He thought his name was Dunk because everyone called him Dunk. And Egg is Egg.
He's got a bald head.
I love it.
Why does he shave his head? I can't tell you.
Is that a spoiler?
More like, oh yeah, that's you.
Instead of Dunk and Egg, Dunk on Egg. What a weird looking kid.
We want to maintain the tone of Game of Thrones.
This is such a good set.
Yeah. That's a
they're filming on set too. They're not filming in front of a blue screen.
Yeah, they probably still have to edit out some of their background stuff, but like, yeah,
for sure, yeah. They're gonna have to CG some, but they're filming on set. They're giving something for the actors to look at.
Yep.
This and the Pendragon Cycle are doing the same thing, and I love it. Oh, why can't more shows do it? Because they're lazy and dumb.
Yeah. It does have a cost associated with it, but
of course,
it makes it good enough to get.
If you wanted to make money, you'd be making mobile games that get your kids to buy terrible microtransactions, and everybody would hate you, but you would make bank.
There is a cost to it, but it's about how you manage your money. It's about not spending thousands of dollars on wigs, Rafe Judkins.
Yeah,
that's true.
We're way too much on the actors. Some actors need to be paid more, but most actors need to be maybe not most, but lots of actors.
Are there any A-list actors in this show?
Probably at some point. I don't know. I don't care.
Because I mean, I haven't noticed any, and I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because
is this the same?
Everyone
looks the same time period as the main Ice and Fire series, or is it like
this is a prequel as well? Less of a prequel than
House of Dragon.
House of the Dragon.
No.
House of the Dragon is 100 years before Game of Thrones. This is like 50. Don't quote me on that.
Gotcha. So we could potentially have some cameos from Game of Thrones characters in here.
I still think it's like 100. Or
just compare this behind-the-scenes shot with zero CGI to literally take any shot from the Wheel of Time, and I will laugh at your face.
Yep. It's because half the time the shot from Wheel of Time is the same city that's been redressed for this, reused for the same purposes.
Yeah, and Wheel of Time cost probably like 5 times as much as this show.
Yeah.
It cost the same amount as Game of Thrones Season 8.
Oh, see, Wheel of Time had a few practical sets. They had some actual site locations.
They didn't use them well.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maintain the tone of Game of Thrones, but allow the audience to almost feel the muddy.
Oh my gosh. It's
looks
real.
great.
Like this doesn't. Oh, that looks real. It is real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks good.
How has Warner Brothers just screwed up so much that they have to sell this? They're like, hey,
Honestly,
we didn't make any money off of this.
A large chunk of it is that when they were under AT&T, they just really sunk. Yeah, they just really messed things up. And so they've been restructuring in a way that has allowed them to start to recover enough that they're worth being bought out.
Yeah. Oh no, like look, they made a ton of money last year. But like, like how have you mismanaged your company so much
until
that
now,
your creatives are this good and you are failing them as as the CEO?
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez.
The audience can almost feel the
That's
muddy.
So good.
Steps through
the shot of the mud. This shot is better than anything Rings of Power or Wheel of Time ever did, and it's mud.
So is that a modern day footprint? Would a medieval shoe?
That's what I was going to say. Is there does look like there's like a modern tread in the bottom. It kind of looks like it, although it's got the little cross on it, which might be a little bit less modern. But so how much of this though is a shot that they will actually have exactly like this, or are they showing that hey, we have mud here that we're going to actually show people stepping in?
Yeah,
you know.
Again, it might just be reference. They need to get lighting references to recreate that in CGI or something, or what. But
even if there were modern
previs shots, you know,
This is much more forgivable than print on demand chainmail spandex. Okay.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Tawny. This is complete.
Oh my gosh. I have to keep pausing it. It's so.
That's some cool looking armor.
Good.
I will go if you want to go into like the technicalities of it or whatever. It probably has a lot of places that you can get a sword stuck onto, and that's not
yeah. But this is
this is the
cool. But it's fantasy
armor. This isn't the armor that you go to war with. Yeah. This is the Targaryen prince who is an asshole.
That's fair. Yeah, I was going to say that's the show armor. That's for sure the show armor.
This is his performance armor. Okay.
Yeah.
His jousting armor. Yeah. That looks freaking awesome.
It's like the fire hair or scales, whatever on the back. I love
like
that.
A dragon.
This is completely unique from other Game of Thrones series.
You can see that looks like metal. It's not. Oh gosh,
it's not
like
foam.
Rings of Power looked like plastic foam. Yeah, it was
because it
awful.
Was plastic foam.
Right,
the Game of Thrones
but you can make plastic foam not like plastic foam.
Yeah.
Anyway,
or for about the same price, arguably cheaper, you can just make it out of metal.
Yeah, that's heavy and cumbersome to.
Yeah, you can get
for the close-ups. You want to do that. For the wide shots, make them out of plastic. For the fighting scenes,
It's dirty and it's earthy.
It's mind-blowing. I'm like...
replace your foam swords in post, please.
Yeah.
Which, hey, there were a couple of House of David shots where that's a foam sword. There were a couple. Yeah. There were a couple missteps there.
How have they built this?
They hired competent people instead of DEI hires. That's how they built it.
It's mind-blowing. I'm like, how have they built this?
So good.
Throughout his journey, he realizes that this is not the world that I've been told about.
Faced with what it means to be a knight, what it means to be a true knight, Dunk is gonna go and show everybody what he's got.
Has courage deserted the houses of Westeros? I will not believe in his soul! And there are no true knights among you!
I've already watched this 10 times. I've already watched this 10 times.
Good.
That line gives me goosebumps every time. I'm shivering.
Yep.
Like, oh my God. It's also the best scene of the book. It's so good. Are there no true knights among you? No.
And this is supposed to be the horrible knight that's got a
this is the hedge knight. He's not even he's a Timo Knight.
He's a squire.
He was the squire to a hedge knight who, according to him, was dubbed a knight by his liege on his liege's deathbed. So is he telling the truth? No one even knows if he is an actual hedge knight. But he acts. But he is more of a knight than any of those among the audience that he is asking. So
yeah.
Except maybe there's a few good characters too. But
that's powerful, man.
Egg is a good
beautiful delivery.
That is kind of the point. Like, you don't know if he's lying or not, if he was actually knighted by his liege or not. But he was squire to a hedge knight. That hedge knight dies, and he goes on and says, well, I'm not going to just stop being a knight. So
nice.
Oh, sorry. Oh, that wasn't just that. What you weren't asking what I was talking about. Would you rather live in Westeros, Middle Earth, or Randland? Okay, so that's a tough question too, because it depends on what time, right? There are definitely eras of Middle Earth where that's the answer, and there are eras of Middle Earth where that is not the answer. There aren't many eras in Westeros where that is the right answer. In fact, I would argue there's probably zero. Yeah, you don't choose Westeros ever. You choose Middle Earth. Like, if you can choose the Shire, on a good year, that's a choice. And Randland, like at the end of the series, is still it's still gonna. You still get spoilers for David. Never mind.
Good thing I wasn't paying any attention.
So probably Middle Earth is what we're hearing.
Well, no, there's good eras of Randland too. There's still a lot of problems. So it depends on the era. It depends on the location. But I think the safest choice is Middle Earth. But that also depends on the time. Like it's kind of really sucky during the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Pretty much everywhere. So.
Yep.
Cosmere.
But they win, so it's only sucky for a little bit. I think Middle Earth is the safe choice. If you have to blanket it, if you get a randomized timeline, I think you go with Middle Earth every time there. Let's listen to that again.
The houses of Westeros, I will not believe in his soul, and there no true knight among you.
I got goosebumps again. There is a tempest in me.
Careful, you won't have any tempest left for when the show actually comes out.
Yeah. I love they put the reaction of the staff on there too. Like, cut, amazing, that's great, that's perfect. Yeah. Your delivery was spot on.
Believe in his soul, and there no true knight among you.
There wasn't any more. I was like,
nice.
Dude,
did I get goosebumps the third time? Yeah,
that looks really good.
They weren't as big, but I got a little shiver that time too.
That looks a lot better than House of Dragon, and I still enjoyed House of Dragon, despite its character plot.
It definitely had some missteps in season 2. It also had a lot of moments in season 2 that were even better than season 1 was. So
yeah.
I don't think anything beats season 1 picking up the crown though. Like, that's just like the greatest thing on television. So Matt Smith helping his brother out. Oh,
that was good.
That's a good one. It's good. It's real
good. Yep.
This happened last week. The best episode of Pluribus is the lowest rated.
What the hell?
What?
A lot of people are feeling like they're bored by it because they're just like, okay, I get your point, I get what you're saying, but I think that they're missing the fact that it's supposed to be the ambiance of it. It's supposed to really make you feel it. Not just know it, but feel it too.
I think a lot of idiots are watching this show.
Yeah.
Inherently there are. It is the most viewed Apple TV show of all time, more than Severance. That's crazy.
Interesting.
Wow.
That's all. It's getting it's getting normies in here too.
Mm-hmm.
And that is affecting the score because they are stupid.
Yeah, look, I get why you would like love the first episode. The first episode is very apocalypse. It's the fall of the society. Like obviously, yeah. And then to compare to the rest of the show, yes, but episode 7 was phenomenal.
Yeah,
I guess it was the one with the least bit of Carol. Carol was in the least.
That's arguably why it's the best episode.
Yes, exactly. I don't know.
I love Carol, so
yeah.
I don't know. I thought that was bizarre.
I mean, to be fair, it's not like super bad. 7.5 is still
okay. I just thought that I don't think there's much more to talk about. It's just wow, people are stupid. So
yeah.
Hey, we talked about Animal Farm, and we were confused last week, and I didn't even realize that it was Angel Studios until halfway through the trailer that's doing this. So they're getting some pushback. And this article doesn't even understand the actual pushback that's happening. Yeah, there were some people complaining, hey, there's a trans actor and a gay guy doing 2 of the voices, right? There were a couple people shouting into the wind about that. Yeah. And they, they've repeatedly said, hey, like, we see the art, not the artist, kind of like what we were talking about. That's their principle on Angel Studios. They don't even tell people who makes the stuff when they show it to the angel investors. They just say, hey, here's this movie. Is it good or not? Do we invest in it or not?
Mm-hmm.
So like they're literally only looking at the art.
Yeah.
And this completely ignores the actual feedback, but it addresses it at the very end. It addresses it at the very end, the whole, hey, this doesn't seem like it's a criticism of capital. This looks like it's a criticism of capitalism, not of communism. It at the end of the article it says that, but like, man, put that in the title, because this is not the problem that 90% of the people had with this trailer.
And I completely agree that their title they're kind of rage baiting on the title itself as well, but like, to be fair, the title technically does just say, hey, there's backlash against this. By the way, that also has this.
So. It should say, hey, there were like 3 people who were being weird about this on Twitter.
Because again, the way that the title
call that backlash.
seems like it's saying is that the complaint is about the trans and gay actors. Yeah. But technically, the title is just saying there's backlash and there's gay and trans artists,
But even as a point of clickbait, I would be more interested to hear a response from Angel Studios about the capitalism, communism thing,
and that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm bringing up, Charles.
But also with the core audience of the Animal Farm, the core audience of Animal Farm would be much more interested in that response to capitalism and communism rather than gay voice actors.
So hold the phones. I was getting there, Charles. Yeah, that's the point. Like, this is Jeffrey Harmon, one of the Harmon brothers, the owners of Angel Studios. Okay.
Yeah.
And instead of, so this was one of the examples, right? And he says, hey, this is how we pick our movies. This is fine. But then you get stuff like this, where they're like, hey, you got us, guys. We love communism so much. Here's this clip from our show where we're making fun of Marx. Okay, this is good. I'm glad this exists, but also, like, can we address the problem that 90% of the people had with the trailer? Like, it's a little concerning. And the only thing... I
wonder if part of the point with this is to say, if you know us, we don't love communism. This is actually going to end up being...
So the problem is they're being, like, cheeky about it. And you're like... Say, like, hey, guys, I know you're concerned, but say what you just said. Not this. Right. Say, hey, I'm concerned, but trust us, we're not fans of communism.
Yeah.
And this might get them more publicity, though.
I don't know. Like this just does not feel like the right attitude. You're like respond to the criticism, and they did to the writers of this article, but not to the public. Okay, so this article has been updated with Angel Studios' comment. Angel Studios responded. They said, "Hey, do you want to comment on what we're about to publish?" And they did. Their comment was, Animal Farm is anti-communism and anti-cronyism. Say that on Twitter. Say that on X, guys, to the people. No one got to the bottom of this article.
Exactly.
Except for me, because I'm crazy. Right?
The very definition of burying the lead.
But also,
yes,
I don't like this comment either. Anti-cronyism, that's just communism. That's you don't need to say it. And the disambiguation is concerning to me. Because that's literally the problem. When the people who say, and I've talked about this on the show a lot, the people who say, late stage capitalism is so bad, they don't know what capitalism is because we haven't experienced true capitalism for a long time in this country. We have not had a free market in this country for a long time. When the government bails out failing businesses because they're too big to fail, when the government subsidizes healthcare, when the government ruins everything, this is not a free market. This is not a fair market. This is communism or crony capitalism. It's the same thing. And the fact that they are separating those two things kind of confirms my fear that this is going to be a criticism of crony capitalism, but it's going to get it wrong and not call it what it is, which is communism.
Yeah.
That's the problem, is people... The word has been polluted so much that people think that capitalism is bad because it has been associated with cronyism for so long that people think it's the same thing. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Well, David was good. I know. Like, I don't want to hate Angel Studios. I love everything they've done.
I still have, therefore, I hold out at least some good hope.
But, like, this is really concerning to me. This is sending out a lot of red flags.
Yeah, I hear you.
And in the past, we've had so many of these people that we looked to be the moral side of the media.
Brandon Sanderson.
And they just keep letting us down.
This is why you don't put your faith in celebrities, but your faith in Jesus.
Yes.
Yes, but not the actor Jesus, the real Jesus. Don't put it in The Chosen.
Put your faith in Jim Caviezel, okay? I honestly, he might be Jesus, okay?
He's great. I love him, but
what if he is the second coming? You don't know. The first time he
have you ever seen Jesus
the first time
in the same room?
The first time yes, on the Passion of the Christ. The first time he came, with a sword, and the second time he comes with the smolder, I guess. I don't know.
Yep.
I come not to spread peace.
I love Angel Studios.
But
I
my
hope they don't
liberal propaganda.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm very concerned about Animal Farm.
We shall see.
We shall see.
I'm absolutely gonna.
We shall see. By the seashore.
I'm absolutely gonna see. I'm gonna make sure, because that's very concerning that they would distribute something that I hope it's not. I hope that's not what it is. I mean, but Andy Serkis has literally said, "I'm a socialist." It's very concerning. David sent me an article that's retarded, so that checks out. Prime Video confirms the fate of The Lord of the Rings: The Rings of Power. Did you read this, or did you just see Did you just read the headline and send it to me?
I don't remember sending this to you.
It was in my email from David. So,
is this where they? Oh no, I remember what they confirmed that they're doing a season 4.
No, they didn't. Did you read the article?
I thought that's what the article said, that they're wrapping up on season 3, and they've committed to doing a season 4 because they would lose money if they didn't.
No. This article confirms nothing, Nothing has been confirmed. This article
I know.
Nothing. This
article
I know
it hasn't been confirmed.
Says nothing. This article says what we've been saying. This it claims it says that Prime has made the decision to make season 4, and all it says, the entire article just says, hey, season 3 has just been filmed, and also they're contracted to make 5 seasons. So if they don't make season 4, they have to pay money.
That's
literally all the article says. Not this.
Yeah.
It doesn't confirm the fate of anything. It hasn't. They have not announced a season 4. They might be paying the cancellation price. This article is so freaking worthless. How dare you send this? No, thanks for sending it to me, because it's retarded.
Yeah.
It literally just says what we've been saying. If they cancel, they have to pay money. And if they don't cancel, they have to burn money.
Yep.
But yeah.
This is nonsense.
Which one will make them lose the most? Or, which one will they choose to?
Literally. There isn't a single thing. Nothing has been confirmed. There is no Amazon statement. They're literally just saying what is public knowledge.
Yeah, I think that'd be the biggest frustrating part about this is that this claims that Amazon makes a statement, but there is no statement from Amazon about it.
Will there be a season 4? Well, yeah, there's going to be a season 4 because they committed to 5 seasons. That's not answering the question.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
that's
stupid.
the state of these articles, though. That's the state. These articles are just AI generated slop. These could be created by.
Yeah, but guess what? Winds of Winter is not coming next month.
Yep.
This might have been made by a real person, guys.
A real person using ChatGPT.
Yeah.
This came out 3 minutes ago. This isn't news. Yes, it's already. There's a season 2. It's already got a season 2. This isn't news. This is like we knew this like 2 weeks ago that they'd already.
I was going to say maybe they're probably just debating with the title because it's been renewed, but there's an update theoretically.
No, there wasn't. There wasn't an update. There wasn't any new. There wasn't any Pluribus news this week.
That wasn't 3 minutes ago. It's a 3-minute read.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, I was getting real upset.
Yeah.
Good catch.
No, but it was today.
I hate these articles. It's so frustrating because I'm interested in the news, but you get to an article and just like, this is garbage. Some of these articles are worse than the shows that they're talking about.
The actor breaks silence on the... No, they just released a teaser for season 3 saying, hey, it's coming this summer.
Yeah.
He might have made a statement online
Did
somewhere.
Matt Damon also say something? It comes out, I think, in August. Okay, he did make a statement. Okay, wow, this is a real news article. Okay, good job.
Almost. It's an almost real news article.
Good job.
Okay.
This is a news sentence. Sorry.
That comes out, I think, in August.
Sentence. We need an entire article about him saying, I think it's coming out in August. That's crazy.
No, okay, this isn't even art. It was just a video that someone watched and said, hey, I'm making a news article. How long is the video? It's about as long as the news article. It's just a sentence, guys. This is...
Hey, you save 3 minutes. You could watch a 6-minute video, or you could have a 3-minute read.
It's irrelevant because they just released the teaser that said summer.
Yeah.
It's not... Yes, it's technically news, but you didn't save us any time.
Yeah.
Release date... What? Maybe the same time as the release.
Nope. It's being released on Wednesday instead of Friday.
Okay. So the same thing that happened for Thanksgiving?
Yep.
Because it's Christmas?
Yep.
Okay. It's only 80% worthless, guys.
Every single day saying, nope, next episode of Pluribus will not release today.
I'm having a panic attack.
I mean, if you want to have an article like this, then say, hey, you can watch next week's episode early.
It's Christmas.
You know,
that's
like,
good. Yeah, that's
how to watch this show that you've probably already been watching.
That's a much better.
Why don't I still don't see a date?
David.
Where's the
absolutely?
Where is the news part of it though? It's at the very end.
I also hate that. Yeah, there's so much padding in these articles.
No.
It's like,
this is about this week's episode.
This aired yesterday. It's not even right. It's not even right.
This is about this week's episode. This is about the episode that came out yesterday.
Yeah.
So it is
episode 8.
Was the name of this episode.
Came out
the day before.
Yes.
That came out 3 days ago. Updated 2 days ago about the episode that came out yesterday.
Oh my gosh!
You guys care about Dancing with the Stars?
No. I watched the finale.
Oh, wait! Netflix announces a major shakeup to Assassin's Creed. Okay,
Ooh.
This is news. This better be. I'm sorry. If this isn't
based on the track record, this is either a single sentence. Or absolutely, this is some fan that he found under an Assassin's Creed video. Some guy, a YouTuber, playing Assassin's Creed.
If this article is not news, I am ending the stream right now. I don't even want to talk about Fallout because Charles is the only one that watched it anyway, and we're just going to talk about it next week. That's the deal. This show is. Oh, if this is not news, this show is over.
We're doing Russian roulette here.
Okay.
Let's go.
Well, it was great seeing you guys. Good night.
But preemptively, this already deserves the Screen Rant Award. Okay.
Screen Rants. Bad takes.
Yep, that was well warranted. There are plenty of bad takes here. This is all by the same author on this.
Yes. Yes, I'm going through.
Griffin.
So that sounds like a real name,
right? Griffin.
There are changes afoot for Netflix's biggest video game adaptation for Netflix's probably right. Is this Netflix?
I mean,
this wasn't originally made by
an Assassin's Creed live action series coming.
Oh, it's got the TV show. Okay, the live action adaptation. Okay.
Yeah, we're not talking about the movie. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So we're just using a picture from the movie. Okay. So this might major shakeup. This better be a big shakeup, guys. Okay. Announced in July, the upcoming live action Assassin's Creed brings Ubisoft. Okay. So that you're not saying. Please say something.
Oh gosh!
Its latest reveal, according to Tadum, the major shakeup is that Toby Wallace joined the cast, and he's from Euphoria season 3, 1 episode. Or is this a different show?
It's saying the article.
Is this one episode of Euphoria season 3, or is this a different TV show?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Google it, Charles.
I think it's different TV shows.
I don't care enough
because it says Lola Pettigrew was in Say Nothing and Tuesday, and Toby Wallace is in Euphoria season 3 and the Society.
The Society does appear to be a drama series, according to Google.
The second star of Assassin's Creed. The article refers to them as series regulars, suggesting the story centers on the pair. In addition, the fact that Netflix revealed them first highlights their that's presumptuous. That is not
very presumptuous.
Yeah.
They announced
major shakeup.
2 actors is a major shakeup. 2 casting.
We first announced our partnership with Ubisoft, we set out with an ambitious goal to bring the rich, expensive Assassin's Creed to life in bold, crappy ways. The team has.
Will there be a Netflix Assassin's Creed series?
Oh my god! Will there be an epic adventure? Both honors.
So before you end the stream,
longtime fans for newcomers alike for true of the Brotherhood as never before. Yes.
We've already talked about this series. Will they have a series?
I suppose there's some kind of almost merit to saying, hey, they say they're making it, but are they really?
Since 2007, every day we come into the possibilities of show. Beneath the scope of spectacle for the human story is about reaching the purpose of identity and faith and destiny and power and sex. What?
What?
I don't know what he's trying to say.
It's about power and violence and sex and.
Hold on. What is this sentence?
Wait. This
is
news?
This
is a shake-up. Assassin's Creed is about sex all the time.
Yeah.
It's about greed, vengeance, and sex. I stand corrected. This is news. This is news. This is a major shake-up, guys.
Wow.
We got there.
That's a pretty dumb comment.
What is this article about? It has, I will give it to its defense, it is kind of news. It has given me
on
new
that
information that I did not know.
Yeah.
It did announce something. It announced there was some casting.
That's a major shakeup. I don't know. That sounds major to me.
Major shakeup, guys. I'm shook. I'm officially shook.
Mm-hmm.
It's high octane, centered around two shadowy factions. I'm so done. Charles, did you like Fallout or not?
This is a whole bunch of mini articles. What the hell is this?
Yeah. It's like 4 one-sentence or one-paragraph articles.
I'm going crazy.
Ridiculous.
I'm going crazy right
now.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, there were some things I liked about Fallout.
I
think the show is absolutely ruined by last season's reveal of the evil plan.
Yeah.
The evil plan, the absolute retarded, the stupidest evil villain's plan.
I still don't. Honestly, it was so bad. I don't remember the plan because it was so stupid. Are you talking about the dad or the black lady? Because she's kind of like a villain too.
Vault Tech. People weren't buying. People weren't investing in Vault Tech. They weren't buying their vaults.
Oh, so okay.
So they said, "Hey, let's increase the probability of people buying the vaults. You know what we'll do? Well, if there's going to be a nuclear war, people are of course going to buy the vaults. Okay, we're on the right track. Okay, so it makes sense for them to be like, hey, they're going to spread information about the war scare, make everybody think that nuclear war is going to happen, and then everyone's like, oh, I need to buy a vault. That makes sense. But no, what they said is we're going to drop the bombs ourselves.
Well, I don't think that was to increase profit share. I think that was because they said we know it's going to happen eventually, so if we drop it ourselves, we'll be ready for it. I don't think they said we're going to drop the bombs to make more money. I'd have to rewatch it, and that would require me to rewatch it, so I'm not going to do it. But I think you're getting that one a little bit wrong.
I might be.
If you want to go double check and then let me know, you can. But I'm not gonna do it.
I might though, because the thing is that is the most retarded evil plan. And if I am wrong, I hope I'm wrong, because that will make the season less terrible. That will make the show because that's my biggest complaint of the entire show, is that it's retarded. I watched Austin Powers this week, who has a retarded evil villain. Way better.
I think you might have connected two dots that there were 2 dots on there, but they weren't meant to be connected. I think there were 2 different points that were happening.
I don't think so though, because I don't know.
But honestly, yeah,
there's something to that. I guess if they were doing the scare, if they were promoting the war to scare people into buying vaults, and they're like, oh no, we promoted it too much, and now there's definitely going to be nuclear war. No, that's still stupid. That's still incredibly.
What was the speculation?
Why would you drop the bombs yourselves instead of, okay, let's wait it out. Let's get more prepared. Let's prepare more for the bombs to drop, and let's warn. It's so stupid.
Haven't we known Avatar's coming out in March for a long time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
I don't have it on my. Maybe this might have been news. I don't know.
I don't care. I still haven't finished the first season.
Yeah, I don't even have anything to say about
Not interested
Fallout. The episode. I will say episode. This first episode is better than anything I watched in season 1. Like, it was more entertaining. I will say the new villain that they're introducing, it felt off, and then I did some research and found out, like, people are pissed. He is very not game accurate. They changed, like, his entire personality, and he's literally working against his core principles from the game.
The villain?
Yeah, the character that was introduced in this episode. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I
didn't think his portrayal was like bad, but watching it, I was like, this was entertaining. But watching it was like, there's something feels off about this character, and I can't quite put my finger on it because I haven't played.
Which character are you talking about? The dad?
No, I'm talking
or the guy with the.
No, I'm talking about Mr. House. He's the guy who found New Vegas. Okay, that's.
Yeah, I haven't played New Vegas.
I haven't either, so I don't know anything about the games. But then I went online and people were talking about, like this. They do not understand Mr. House. Also, this is no spoilers, but in the big fight scene where they're using the Western music, I thought it was quite ridiculous. Good choreography, entertaining fight scene. It was absolutely ridiculous that they didn't use a revolver once during that scene. He used like a shotgun and like a mini nuke, whatever it was.
Missed opportunity.
He used it was like a grenade launcher, and you're like,
They were games.
The song, the lyrics of the song are literally singing about a 6-shooter, a long iron, and you're not using a revolver for the fight scene. That was crazy to me. That's crazy.
I don't remember if they have many revolver in the game because they're probably using weapons from the game.
If that's going to be like one of the most common weapons that you would use in an apocalyptic situation, because a revolver is a lot easier to maintain and use than there are less malfunctions.
Yeah. And no, we saw revolvers in the beginning because Walter Goggins' character was a cowboy, right? He went to shows dressed as a cowboy.
It's him doing the action in this scene.
Yeah,
he's a cowboy, and he's not using a cowboy weapon.
You're absolutely right. That's a missed opportunity. I think it's another. It's just an example of how the show's kind of hollow. It looks cool. It's got a lot to it that I love. I kind of like the dynamic between the characters.
I definitely liked that the focus was mostly on Walton Goggins because he's the best character in the show. Sure.
Yeah, he's definitely the best.
And I hope that persists and that we don't.
I like the girl. She's fun. I think she's fine. I like her naivete in the Fallout universe. I think that works really, really well.
I definitely didn't like some of the stupid things that they made her say. We were like, that doesn't make any sense. Come on, like, she's naive. She's not a moron.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But yeah, I like. I like her kind of like quirkiness. She's always trying to find the diplomatic solution, and I think that's a pretty good homage to the games where you can kind of talk your way out of things. Like you can use that.
I hadn't thought about that. That's a good point. Yeah, but it's. I just wish the show was
better. Yeah,
done by somebody who cares.
I wish the show was better. I don't think it's bad. I wish it was better.
That's kind of how I felt about season 1. I thought it was entertaining, even though it had some plot holes that didn't make sense.
Oh my gosh!
And some of the characters how they interacted together just.
Yeah. I like the majority of season 1.
Yeah,
guys. If you were wondering when the release date for Pluribus episode 7 was, don't worry, we got an article for that
one too. Oh no! Same guy. Oh my god!
When did it come out?
I'm just scrolling down. It's just his articles.
No,
and most of his articles.
Literally,
I would say 90% of his articles are just about release dates, guys.
That is crazy.
Man, you gotta get that content out, man. You gotta hit them deadlines.
Hey, guess what? You know what Winter is Coming should do for the rest of all eternity?
Episode updates.
Every month say, guess what, guys?
Wheel of Time season 4 isn't coming this month because it's not coming ever.
That would be so good.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's all he can write is, hey, when is this coming out? Hey, when is episode 6?
We get a ranking. We get a Fast and Furious ranking.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm intrigued. Color me intrigued. How many Fast? I think I've seen the first 4 Fast and Furious.
8 or something like that.
Single one.
I've seen the first one, and that's it.
I've seen the beginning of the first one.
I saw the one where they went back. So I saw the first 2, and I saw the Tokyo Drift, and is the one after that where they're like, hey, that didn't work. Let's go back to the original gang, because the second movie is kind of like a spin-off too. Second movie is a spin-off with only one of the characters, and this third movie is a spin-off with only 0 of the characters. All right, let's get into this, baby. Fast and Furious. Which one's that? Is that 4? That's 4? I think that's 4. I'm going to say 4. This is the worst one? Too Fast, Too Furious. This is balls. Too Fast, Too Furious is the best Fast and Furious movie.
I also like how it seems like
this isn't even ranking. This is just their Rotten Tomato score?
Just a list.
It's just a list of their Rotten Tomato scores.
No, because look, this is 35. Tokyo Drift is the first one. That's 35%.
Yeah.
And this is, they think that this is
what's the next one? What's the next one?
So look, we got 34, 28, 36.
Okay, so it isn't just going down.
There's a correlation, but no. Okay, they have gone through the trouble. Right. They have gone through the trouble, guys. Don't worry. Tokyo Drift. It's a fantastic film. It's about Tokyo and drifting. It's one of the better Fast and Furious movies. This one, sure.
But there's literally nothing else about the film. Like, this one was pretty good, but we were bothered by this sort of thing. It's just listing the stats. It's
just a list.
What the hell is this?
No. It's not just the list. We also get trailers for each of them.
Oh,
yeah, you're right.
There's not even like an introduction. Okay, there is.
Trailer for Fast and the Furious films. Where to watch?
What's the absolute Fast and Furious film? The Fast and Furious franchise has made billions of dollars, bringing in iconic actors through 9 films, despite some being more critically panned than others. That's not.
Wait,
I don't. That's not grammatically correct.
Yeah.
More critically panned than others. This is the full ranking of the franchise according to who? According to who?
How to watch each one?
Just to you?
Yeah.
Well,
these are my favorite. These are my top 9 favorite.
Also,
Fast and Furious movies.
by the way, there's at least 10. Isn't there a 10? And then there's going to be a 10 part 2. And if you're not including Hobbs and Shaw, like, it doesn't even have all of them.
Yeah.
How long ago was this published?
And
this before Fast and Furious 9
I'm convinced
recently
that Griffin is AI. This does not make any sense.
Recently,
there's at least 10 of them already, and that's if you don't count the spin-off Hobbs and Shaw.
But what's the metric? This is just the list. This is
there's no. It's AI. It's got to be AI. He's not giving his opinions. He's just getting the Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, it's funny that AI couldn't even get the order right.
Yeah, because it's not even
Fast and Furious. Then this is bollocks. Too Fast, Too Furious is the best Fast and Furious movie, just because of the name.
Yeah,
it's the most clever title. So, and also Eva Mendes is in it. So she's the best. Fast and the Furious. This might be 4. I can't remember which one's 4.
I think that's the first one.
F9. I think this one's the 9th. Fast and Furious movie.
I think that's safe to say.
Fate of the Furious. That was the new. No, that was
that's number 8 because it's Fate.
F9.
Why don't they just do Fast and Furious 1?
Oh, because it's Fate. Oh, that's good. I never got that. I haven't.
Really?
Well, I haven't really cared that much, but I didn't get that it was Fate. F8.
Fate.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious 6. Okay. Fast 5. I think that was a good name.
Furious 7 is that next? Yeah.
Furious 7.
They dropped the fast. They weren't too fast in that one.
Well, they weren't furious at number 5 either. So
that is the end of the article, boy. Yeah, this is not a real person.
No comments at the end.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's literally just listing off the scores.
Imagine a world imagine a world where this is a real person, and he hands these articles into his boss every day, and his boss reads them and says,
"Good job,
good job."
Mm-hmm.
That's not a world that I would want to live in.
Yeah,
I think by default, this has to be not a person, right?
Hold on. I'm asking ChatGPT to write an article for me right now. The 9 top Fast and Furious movies.
Actually, I could do Grok too. Grok.
I just put in, please write for me an article about the 9 top Fast and Furious movies.
The worst thing is again, there's 10 of them.
Yeah.
Why is it only 9? I don't even care about these movies. I haven't seen a single one of them. But there's 9 of them. Or there's 10 of them, not 9.
That's funny.
All right. Fast 5, Furious 7, The Fast and the Furious. At least he put in like little blurbs at the end of each one saying, "Oh, this is." Hold on.
This is what people are saying about it. That's honestly one of the best uses of AI that I've seen is analyzing data sets. Yeah.
Did I miss some context? This is where I draw the line. I'm okay with trafficking, but I don't want to live in a world where you're allowed to hand in this kind of slop and your boss gives you that. Okay.
Yeah.
Grok is browsing the web and it's referencing Screen Rant, so it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Now it's on IMDb. Hold on, it's still writing. It's still thinking. I said, Grok, can you write me a news article ranking the Fast and the Furious movies? Detailed rankings are now. Variety ranks a Furious 7 as the best. Is that what we got here? Yeah,
I think so.
Well, it's just because it has the highest Rotten Tomatoes score. So Variety is full of crap because they don't have any opinions.
You also haven't seen this episode, so.
Maybe, and this is optimistically thinking, maybe these articles are Griff. That's not a real name. Griffin. Maybe these articles are Griff Griffin's next step coins. This is him.
That's a good way to bring this full circle.
To keep tabs on him.
There we go.
And make sure he doesn't off himself.
Wow.
Because the day he submits a good article, that's when you need to start worrying.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Did you want to?
Was there anything? Did we miss anything? What?
No, we talked about Fallout. We're going to talk about Dead Man tomorrow.
We'll talk about Fallout more next week too when everyone's seen it. There was not a lot to talk about other than.
Actually, not. It's. There's
and I will have watched Avatar. I'm watching it Tuesday on cheap day. So.
Nice.
Okay, ranking.
Okay, actually, if you were to say good things, if you were to say good things about Fallout, a few more good things. I
think the acting is good. I think the fight scene is well choreographed, but man, why would you not have a 6-shooter?
Yeah. The sets look good, and
the sex looked really good.
The sets, the scene, the visuals, the costumes, they look pretty good. I also love how she stays in her vault suit the entire show.
Yeah, for sure. That's a great choice. Yes. I'm so glad
really
they didn't.
And it's dirty, it's mucky, and she has to eat. She almost eats a.
Whoa! Go on.
She almost eats a bowl of flea soup, and that was really good. I like that scene.
Okay, are we done?
Yeah.
Massive upset, guys. Massive upset.
Did Grok put Furious 5 or Fast 5 above?
Grok puts Fast 5 above Fast 7. Furious 7. Don't stone me.
How did I know where you were going?
Ranking the Fast and the Furious movies from high octane triumphs to tire screeching misses. The Fast and the Furious. This is a great title.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
The Fast and the Furious franchise has roared through. Look, it's
hold on.
Rock, way to go. It's actually writing about
Wait
the thing.
Wait a second. This might not be AI, guys.
Because it's not good enough to be AI.
Now, see, now you got to ask ChatGPT though. It might be Grok versus.
What are you using, Charles?
Yeah, ChatGPT is. I'm
Okay,
using ChatGPT.
Okay, let's do this first.
Yeah.
Roared through cinemas for over 2 decades, evolving from gritty street racing tales to globe-trotting action epics packed with family drama. This is good. This is impossible stunts and a rotating cast of Hollywood heavyweights with 11 films under. Hey,
they got the number right.
Hey, it got the number right.
Under its belt, including the spinoff Hobbs and Shaw, and it tells you there's an asterisk.
Yeah.
I would also include Tokyo Drift, although it is called Fast and it does have Fast and Furious in the title.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's fair. That's fair. A series has grossed billions. Blah 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 blah. The next installment comes next year, and it's helpful.
Yeah.
Here's a definitive ranking from best to worst based on critical consensus.
It's
giving me the metrics.
Reasons.
So we're balancing critical consensus, fan feedback, and standout moments from various reviews, whether you're in it for the cars, the camaraderie, or the chaos.
Good word there.
See, missed opportunity, or for you don't go for the C. If you're in it for the fan service, the fanny packs, or the family.
The fan service, the friends, or the family.
There you go.
There you go.
This, I mean, I understand why but you got to mention family.
You
man.
can get, friends.
This list
revs
the
up friends, the family, or the fantastic bombasticity or something. You know,
this is gold. This list revs up the highlights and the lowlights. That's poetic.
This is way
I
better.
take back everything I said about the AI and everything, and not being able to create. And
this is art. We were.
Are you giving in to the hard Are you giving in? No. Yeah.
No, this is great. And honestly, though, this is the best thing that AI is capable of, is just amalgamating data sets. And producing like my favorite thing ever is when you're on Amazon now, you'll get an AI summary of all the reviews for a product and say, this is what people are saying. That's phenomenal.
Hey,
and that's what AI is
here's
really
the problem
good at
that everyone seemed to have. This is the thing that broke on this. Yeah, super
exactly.
cool.
That's the
it's
best thing.
Aggregation, man.
As this gets into that, like,
data
this is where the franchise shifting gears into overdrive, which, by the way, also great usage of the language there. But also, that's absolutely everything that I've heard too. Is Fast 5 is where it kicked in, where people really started, like, it became more than just a fun, interesting.
The AI had an opinion. They're like, hey, yeah, a lot of people say Furious 7 is better, but this is the movie that changed everything. Like, man,
reunites the crew while introducing Dwayne the Rock Johnson,
and it created the gold standard that some of the other movies.
Yep.
Oh wow, okay. Furious 7, it's the best one. Formidable foe, emotional peak, blending melancholy and mayhem seamlessly.
Because I think that's where what's his name died and had to finish it out with him. So, like, again, yeah, that's another reason
why we go for the original. Then we go Furious 6, the Fast Saga. Did this one have a subtitle? That's crazy.
Yeah, F9, the Fast Saga.
Fast and Furious. Okay, so this one also has Fast and Furious in the title, in the official title. So then I would also include Tokyo Drift in the asterisk category. But the Buddy Cop spinoff. Okay.
I think they do find ways to pull it more directly, and I don't know, maybe not.
Dude, this is. I think Graf might be a real guy.
I think he is a real guy.
I will say, this needs a paragraph at the end, like, just to summarize.
This needs
a wrap up.
But that's the thing.
Dude,
so here's the other thing that I'll say with those are it cites its sources and everything. This is the other thing that I will say about the about AI and is that we can work with it as a tool to say, hey, give me some of this, and then you put it in there. You start editing it yourself, and you can say, hey, give me also a summary at the end, or give me another wrap up at the end, or something like that. Where it's like, use it as a tool, you know.
Men's Health. I'm so glad we.
That's interesting that the reference it cited put Furious 7 as number 1.
Yeah.
The AI.
Well, it
the
referenced
AI
more than one.
Opinion.
Everyone's saying Fate and Furious is the worst. Okay.
Yeah, I've heard Fate and F9 are some of the worst ones overall.
All right, it was ChatGPT better or?
I mean, it was not. I don't know. I think it was not as good. Full throttle favorites ranking the best Fast and Furious movies.
Okay.
Few franchises in the modern pop culture have reinvented themselves as boldly or as loudly as Fast and Furious. What began in 2001 as a street racing crime film was transformed into a globe-trotting, physics-defying saga about family, loyalty, and cars that might as well be superheroes.
Wait. Are the movies about cars?
I actually do like that.
This isn't bad. But it compared to what we just read,
this genuinely good.
This reads like a Wikipedia entry.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got a little bit in there when it talks about how it
there's a little bit of editorializing.
The other, there's a little bit of editorializing, but not nearly as much as Grok.
Yeah.
What was your prompt for Grok?
You saw it.
I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, didn't pay attention to it.
I missed Grok. Can you write me a news article ranking the Fast and the Furious movies?
Wow.
And I accidentally wrote ranking Fast and Furious movies, and I had to fix it.
Is Grok? Does Grok take its database from X at all?
Yeah, some of it.
I mean, that might give it a little bit more personality.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But ChatGPT is far more Wikipedia. This
so it's literally pulling Wikipedia. Yeah. So it didn't reference. So it referenced a bunch of other articles, basically.
Yeah.
Screen Rant. Yeah. What did Screen Rant give us? Hobbs and Shaw was the worst. Ooh, that's a shakeup. And then the Fate of the Furious. Okay.
That's interesting. Babies. I haven't heard a lot of people complain about Hobbs and Shaw per se.
I thought, honestly, the trailer actually looked kind of funny, but
yeah.
Furious 7 gets 3.
Yeah,
that's probably what pushed it down. That's probably what pushed it down.
The average that's going to drop it from 1 because it was 1 and 3 of the other ones. The Fast and the Furious, and then Fast 5. Yeah, okay.
Yep, that's what.
Look at how much this this person wrote about each installment.
Yeah,
they gave stuff.
Green Rat good take because they actually had an article.
It's an article. We don't know if it's a good take.
Wow, that's fair.
This is better than Griffin.
Yep.
I genuinely believe that Griffin is a real person. He's just like, I got to get an article out. I'll copy and paste the stuff.
I don't think so.
On Tomatoes, here it is.
If it is,
look, if you're,
or he's using an old AI.
If your name is Ted Griffin, and you meet a lovely young lady, you get married, she takes your name, and you have a child. And it's a boy. You have a gender reveal party. Your friends come over. You eat a blue cake, and they say, "Hey, what do you, Ted? You guys thought of any names yet?" And you choose Griff.
Here's the other question: is his name Griff, or is Griff just a short name for his full name, which is Griffin?
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 Speaking
of, it could also just be a pen name.
Or is this his really bad pen name?
Is that worse that he chose this name versus it being?
That's way worse. That's way worse.
Here's the thing.
That doesn't make it better.
With Griffin. Here's an interesting trivia. Did you guys know what Billy D. Williams' full name is? William December Williams. His middle name is December. And his first name is William. His last name is Williams. His parents did this thing exactly.
I will say
William Williams.
William, but it ends on like it separates itself naturally though. William, there's a glottal stop there.
Right.
William Williams. It's not the best name. It's better than Griffin.
Well, that's why I'm saying maybe it's like Griffin. His name.
There's also a glottal stop there, but
Griffin still doesn't.
It sounds like a stutter though. What's your name? Griffin.
Griffin.
William Williams, that's intentional. It's bad, but it's not that bad.
I love like pointing that out because you don't think about it. Billy is of course a short name for William, right?
Yeah.
For Bill and William and Will and William. So, but you don't realize that Billy D. Williams' full name is William December Williams. His middle name is December, and that's not even the weirdest part about his name.
Our middle school PE teacher his name was Richard Holder, and we never called him Richard.
Yeah.
If I was in this situation, I would make sure that I never use the nickname of Dick. I was like,
if your last name is Tracy and you don't name your kid Dick, you're a bad person.
Right. But if your last name is Holder and you name your kid Richard,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or and then he needs to also name his son Richard.
We always called him Mr. Penis.
His son can be Little Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah, Little Richard.
No, his first son is Big Richard. And his second son is Little Richard.
Billy Piper's name is actually William Piper. Yeah.
Maybe.
William Piper.
I will say, okay, I got to tell you, one of the funniest jokes ever. Tanner, who his life got too busy to come on the show. And the first, I think he was around for like half a year of doing these shows. He's hilarious. He was never on with you. He's a hilarious friend. We did a play one time. I wrote music for a friend. A friend wrote a play, and I helped him write the music for it because he asked me to. And a lot of the play had improvised moments, and there was a section where he had to break the awkward silence by telling a joke. Like an intentionally bad joke every night. And so he had to come up with like, I think we did like 15 shows, maybe 20. He had to come up with several like in bad jokes.
Mm-hmm.
And I still think about it to this day. It's one of the funniest jokes I've in all of my history of improv. It's hard to top this one because Tanner's amazing. It was a complete non sequitur. Had nothing to do with the rest of the scene. He just says the joke and then, well, anyway, and then they move on, right? He turns to the cast member and goes, hold on. Let me make sure I get it right. I don't want to ruin the joke for you.
You got to make sure you can actually have a straight face through it too. Deliver it clean as opposed to laughing in the middle of it, unless that's part of the joke. That sometimes can be part of the joke. So.
Did you know they call it a millipede because it has 1 million legs? Yeah. It's called a billipede because his name's William.
That's good.
I was in the audio booth and I laughed so hard. It's such a good joke.
Nice.
It's called a billipede because his name is William. All right, let's go. It was so good.
Yeah, that's pretty brilliant.
Good stuff.
Anyway, more of this crap next week. Where we'll finally talk about Avatar, Fire and Crap, and Fallout Noob Vegas, which were both in the title and we didn't discuss.
I completely forgot about Fallout.
Pluribus season finale. Maybe Jared will be here and maybe he'll have watched Mighty Nine, although I'm losing a lot of interest in Critical Role at this point.
Yeah.
Makes me upset. And we'll talk about Wake Up Dead Man because you guys all said you're watching it or not. I don't know.
I will plan on watching it this week.
I'll try to watch that, but that means they've got 2 episodes of Fallout and.
Yeah. You liked it, right, Charles? It's pretty good.
Yeah, it was really good. I thought it was really good. Definitely better than the second.
Way better than the second one. The second one, honestly, wouldn't be bad if the ending didn't ruin the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to rewatch.
I actually think the second one is quite good until the last 10 minutes. Just completely destroy it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed. But again, it's a completely different vibe from the first one.
Oh yeah.
So first one was just
I think
cinematic perfection.
I mean, this one's a different vibe too. Like this one's
I did really like the vibe in this one. I loved I actually really liked the ending of this one. The ending was really good.
Yeah. I think
there
it's
were
a good ending.
there were several plot twists, and I can see
it's one too many, right? You're like when you finally get the full picture, you're like, that's a little bit. It's like it's a couple too many steps.
Maybe
right?
I don't know if it's too many because that might be the shtick of this movie. Because each movie's got a shtick. The first one is it's know who the killer is at the very beginning of the movie,
and it's not it's not just the too many steps. It's the person doing it. You're like, I'm not sure that person would have thought to do this. Like, I feel like there's a simpler way of doing what you want to do instead of it felt a little too convoluted.
Yeah, maybe.
Without spoiling anything, but
I thought it was good though. I thought it was good.
But yeah, I think
I love the main character. He's great.
He's phenomenal.
He's awesome.
Yeah. The priest
and I love the push and pull with him and
Thanos.
Wow.
Yeah, real good.
Yep.
Cool.
Their confessions are the best parts of the movie. It's really funny. It's really funny. I had to explain what that word meant to my son. So
confession meant?
No, the word that they use in confession.
Okay.
But he's old now. I was like, yeah, he really wanted to watch it. I'm like, that's the only kind of inappropriate thing that happens in the movie. And yeah, I feel like he needs to know what that means at this point. I don't want him to hear it from school.
Yeah.
So sat him down for another section of the talk. The talk isn't a thing that you have once, guys. Like you need to have several talks as your kids get older. We're like, hey, you hear this thing at school? Okay. Here's what it means.
Yeah. Don't be afraid of the
Let
talk.
Your kids
talk
learn from
fantastic
you,
opportunity.
and not from. I mean, not by. You don't need like examples, okay? But don't need a visual aid.
Yeah.
Don't do that in front of your kids. That's bad.
That is a crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, going through sex ed with my two kids that we've gone through it with, it's actually really fun. Like, there's like this,
they ask funny
expectation that it's going to be awkward and awful. It's really great, especially seeing their reaction when you get down to the D. They're like, what?
I still remember my reaction when I learned it. I was horrified. Like, no way.
Even
I
with
will become a monk.
Even with our younger kids, my wife is always, and I agree, she doesn't use, like, she uses the real words for, the boy parts and girl parts. Like,
it's important for them to know what they're really called.
Because she doesn't want them to be like ashamed of the words, right?
Right.
And she says, yeah, we don't talk, we don't use those words in public, right? But like, you should know what it is.
It's important to have that distinction between what being ashamed of things versus we don't talk about it just casually at the same time. There's a distinction there between not talking about it casually and being ashamed. We're not being ashamed of it. We're just not, using these words.
It's private. It's not a shameful thing. It's a private thing, right? So we use, these are our private parts. This is what they're called, but we talk about them in private, right?
Yes.
It's very funny. And my three girls who are very young, like 4, I don't know how old they are.
Typical father.
She just turned 4.
No, I have to do the math every time. I'm like, okay, yeah.
I'm sorry.
I can't even remember my own age, let alone
3.
5.
I got 3 and 2. I got 2 and 3 right now.
I really had to think.
But the 3 is about to turn 4.
How old am I turning?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I used to make fun of my dad for not knowing how old he is, and I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I'd be willing to bet though that Hannah probably has a better handle on some of your younger kids' ages than you do.
Oh, I'm surprised she remembers all their birthdays and she texts every single time. I'm like,
I mean, she texted.
Wow.
Yeah, when she texted earlier, I was like, oh, okay.
Point of the story is I have 3 tiny girls, and they.
We were buying you some time. We were vamping.
Here's the problem: like when you're home, like if you lock the bathroom door,
these girls, they're idiots. Okay, they are morons, and they are constantly trying to kill themselves. Okay, so like if you're going to take a poop and you lock the door, half the time you're gonna get like bloody murder banging on the door. Dad, something happened, you know. And so like sometimes you don't lock the door. And they don't understand privacy at all. Even though you say, hey, give me privacy. Give me a second. I'm going to finish up. They love to burst in on the bathroom and I have to hide my dangly bits.
Yep. There's so many times you're just like, nope. Hold on. Wait. Go away.
Or you're taking a shower and your wife refuses to close. She opens the door to like brush her teeth or something and then doesn't close it. You know, you're like, if you weren't home, like, yeah, I need to be fast accessible to the kids, but if the other parent's home, you can close the bathroom doors.
Yeah,
but I always yell at them, privacy, give me privacy. But it's very entertaining to hear 3 literal girls, Dad, coming out of the shower. Dad, I'm like, get out of my room, give me privacy. Dad, I can see your vagina. And I'm like, Dad doesn't have a vagina. Oh yeah, you have a penis. Penis. That happened this morning. So
that's good.
It's hilarious.
Yes, we love kids for this reason. I can't wait.
That's almost better
because I don't want to have that conversation with you.
Yeah, that's better than Kindergarten Cop. Girls have a penis. Or boys have a penis. Girls have a vagina.
That's not even the best line from that movie. Our mom says that our dad is a real sex machine. Such a good movie. If you haven't seen Kindergarten Cop, go home and watch it right now.
I actually need to watch that.
I think it's one of Arnold's best movies.
There's a town just a little bit north of Colorado Springs, or at least like an exit on the freeway, that's spelled Toomah. And I'm like, it's not a tumor. That's all that I know from the movie.
It's hilarious. Dude, it's hilarious. It holds up too. It's laugh out loud hilarious. It's charming too. Like there's a good romance in there, and it's a good family movie. It's a feel good movie, you know?
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Agreed. It's also kind of dark too. I like it when movies can
doesn't look like it's on any of the streamers I have. Pay for it on Apple or YouTube or
anyway. Well,
Prime, but
I think we've talked about way too many things that we didn't intend on talking about.
Yep. Very short episode at 3.5 hours.
Well, I was trying to move past Pluribus, and you guys just kept yapping.
Mm-hmm. But that was the actual thing that we like. That's actually the entertainment we intend to talk about.
Right.
The other stuff that we talked about.
We stayed a long time on some of that news.
Mm-hmm.
Or news.
Anywho, freaking back is spasming again. All right, see you guys next week. It's been a blast. Yeah, there wasn't anything else. I'm trying to work on Dragonsteel videos. Life has been kind of crazy, but my wife has the next 2 weeks off, so
nice.
I can ignore her and make YouTube videos.
That's sort of what I'm about to do. Like, hey, I've got the next 2 weeks
I'm
off.
actually really looking forward to ignoring my family for the next 2 weeks on vacation. It's my vacation too, okay? I might actually get some YouTube videos done.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
All right, bye.
See ya.
It's not good. I mean, I'm not going to get as much done as I would have liked.
And now it is time to say goodbye.
We had a great conversation.
It's been fun. But all good things must come to an end, and the goodest ending I can think of is...
Right now, this moment, this night.
So I guess we just say goodbye.
So, goodbye.
Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dao day. But come back next week for more outrageous bloopers.
This is the end.
Well, there's only one thing left to do.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
video if it's true. Please take a minute to subscribe to the channel, and you can join us along for the ride. And if you pay me, I'll try to be more entertaining, so please consider joining Patreon and getting your name in the credits with pride.
I'd buy that for $1.